Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to live coverage here at Bailey Stadium on the campus of East Central Community College in Decatur, Mississippi, as we bring you coverage of the Magnolia Sports Association Future Elite 8th Grade All-Star Game. I'm Cooper Sanders, and Robbie Atkinson will be joining me in just a few minutes as might have a little delayed start to this game as we're having some technical difficulties with our public address system, but we'll be getting that fixed and we'll get this game underway for y'all. So it's Team Future versus Team Elite. Team Future wearing the blue uniforms, while Team Elite will be in the white. Team Elite, coached by LaJon Jackson from Noxubee County, assisted by Yusuf Kareem from Aberdeen, Lawrence Brown from New Hope Middle School, Michael Chandler from Columbus Middle School, Sean Spate from Macomb, Bryson Times from North Pike, and Rodriguez Williams from Blackburn. And we'll walk you through the roster for Team Future. Team Future quarterbacks, number 5, a 6'1", 180 quarterback, DeCedric McCarty from Neshoba, followed up by Stephen Mobley, 5'7", 160 quarterback from N.R. Berger. Running backs are Zaylin Dancy from Louisville, Anthony Page from Pearl, and Quentin Beatty from Old Town. Wide receivers are A.J. Connor from Noxubee, Tamarcus Taylor from Charleston, Carlo McGee from N.R. Berger, Jatavius Pittman from Tylertown, Jabraylin Boone from Byram, and Justin Baylor from Magnolia Middle. Offensive lineman James Hardy from Hawkins Middle School, Jaden Husky from Ruleville. He's a 6'3", 300-pound offensive lineman in the 8th grade. Oh, my goodness. Then you have Hayes Warren from Tupelo on that offensive line, Terrence Bembry from Oak Grove, then Mabry Pate from Cleveland Central, Kendrick Little Jr. from Cleveland Central, and then Nathan Husky from Ruleville. Starting with the defensive line, you have Jeffrey Ducksworth from Mount Olive, Zayden Williams from Noxubee, Micah England from Tupelo, Tristan Sykes from Cleveland Central, Micah Cameron from Kemper County, and Princeton Fortenberry from Neshoba. Linebackers are Kelvin Robinson Jr., Northwest Rankin, Josiah Fair from Byram, Maddox Lash from Caledonia, Tyler Betts from Northwest Middle, and Ethan McGowan from Neshoba. Cameron Crockett will lead the defensive backs out of Blackburn, and there's Messiah Robinson from Vicksburg, Christian Butts from Winona, Carson O'Brien from Amanda Elsie, and then Gavin Mitchell from Byram. And then an athlete on that team also from Byram is Tylen Love. Now to walk you through the roster for Team Elite, head coach is Stacy Murphy out of Vidalia Junior High School, Concordia Parish. Did I say that right? Got a Louisiana guy right here. And then Murphy, assisted by Chris Scott out of Natchez, Scooter Wells from Vicksburg, Jalen Russ from Vidalia Junior High School, Marvin Warner Jr. also from Vidalia, Jadis Moore from Port Gibson Middle School, Tyler Doss also from Port Gibson, and then Earl Gordon from Natchez Middle School. Quarterbacks for that team is number 3, O.C. Brown from Port Gibson. Heard a lot of good things about him. And then Brantley Rickard from Caledonia. Running backs are Nick Hawkins from Union, Domingo Deering Jr. from Morton, and Elijah McIntyre from Alexander Junior High. Wide receivers Mike Davis from Warren Central, Ahmad Ransom from West Tally, Jeremy Pollard Jr. from South Delta, Amir Jimerson from Meridian, Khalif Ragent from Ocean Springs. Athlete on that team is Charles Nix out of Jefferson County. The offensive line for Team Elite, Jaden Jones from Warren Central, number 74. Number 51 is Charlie Blake from Neshoba. Vincent Samuel II from Byram Middle School, then Jordan Moore from Clinton Junior High, Tremaine Reed out of Byram, and Langston Lyon from Germantown. Defensive line, Alex Williams from Jackson Academy, Elijah Franklin from N.R. Berger, Damian Kelly from Byram Middle, Hayes Craft from St. Andrews, Jadarian Lanier from Magnolia Middle, and Cameron Ridley from Natchez. Linebackers, Riley Mangum out of Mize, Lawson Barrett out of Stone, Brody Ingram from Germantown, Thaddeus Wright from Greenwood, and Chauncey Sanders from Grenada. Defensive backs, Tylen Pittman out of Byram Middle, Tylen Allen out of Crystal Springs, Kadarius Sampson, Richard Albert from Warren Central, and Beck Ellis from St. Andrews. Those are your rosters for the Magnolia Sports Association Future Elite 8th grade All-Star Game. Last year was the inaugural 8th grade All-Star Game where we saw Team Future, Team Elite face off, and now these two teams facing off again. Another addition as we get to showcase these 8th grade All-Stars and just showcase the future of high school football in the state of Mississippi. These guys haven't played a down of high school football yet. However, I believe last year we did play with a format of a high school game. I do expect we'll do that again. And I'll check and get that answer for sure for you as we're still trying to figure out these technical difficulties with the public address system. So after giving you these rosters, we encourage you to stick around. We're going to take just a little break. We're going to go radio silent and just keep the camera on the game. And hopefully in a few minutes we'll be able to kick off coverage for you here at Bailey Field in Decatur, Mississippi. I believe so. I think I'm doing play-by-play or color one of the two. Tim ain't here. I guess Rob's gonna do PA. Oh yeah. Well, if you want to jump on here, I can do play-by-play. If he's doing whatever, I can do whichever one. It's and see that's the thing I done just play-by-play up until this season. I did color for Leak Academy. And I had to learn color because most guys start off as color and go into play-by-play. I started off as play-by-play and stayed in play-by-play.
Oh no, no, there you go.
Yeah, there's Tim. Texans are up 10-6. 12. Yeah, we can. We can talk about some things that stand out on the roster. Yeah. Welcome back in as we are set here at Bailey Stadium in Decatur, Mississippi, on the campus of East Central Community College for the Magnolia Sports Association Future Elite 8th grade All-Star game. I'm Cooper Sanders alongside Robbie Atkinson. Robbie, it's good to be back with you, calling another Magnolia Sports Association game with you.
We just had to do some surgery down there on the PA system, so we're running a little bit behind here. But, glad to be back. A little bit of a dreary day here today at Bailey Stadium here at Decatur. But teams are out there right now as Tim Lowe's introducing the players individually for both teams right here. We should have a good future elite game here today. A lot of big names are really flashing off the page here today for both these teams here.
And absolutely. And, I got good news today, Robbie. I don't know if you remember last year, but I told a story during the 8th grade All-Star game. This year, I did not hit a deer on the way to the game.
No deer. Well, there's always a story when it comes to one of these games, I guarantee you. So, but a little bit – weather's a little cooler than it usually is today. So, but at least we don't have the fog. We had the fog here about a year or two ago, but looks like weather's going to cooperate. Rain moved out of here probably about an hour or so ago, but it's going to be a little chilly, a little bit of wind out of the north, but it should be a good day for football. So
absolutely, and I think every day is a good day for football.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, you got 4 straight days of football. So you got the Thursday games, you got the Friday games, you got the Saturday yesterday, and now getting to call some 8th grade football today, and we'll see if they can play discipline or if they play like 8th graders today.
Yeah, we saw some flashes last year during this game, a pretty good play. But you have to remember too, it's not just they're younger. They've only been together as a unit for a few days now. So you had the Thanksgiving holiday this week, and of course, practices and stuff like that. So they've only been together just a few days to kind of get on the same page. So usually not just the 8th grade game, but the other games that we'll have later this year here in Decatur, you'll see maybe a few possessions where things don't look like they're quite on the same page. But I think once they kind of get going around the second or third quarter, we'll see some good football out there.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think yesterday was their only day of practice, from what I've been told. Know some guys that are playing in the game. They showed up yesterday and practiced all day, and now they're playing today.
Well, and that's what's going to be the unique thing, especially, you always see the defense play really well in these exhibition events, especially early on in the first half. But I kind of figure we'll see some of these skill guys, especially your quarterbacks, they'll start to get their feet under them. And, I would imagine the way the coaching staffs will roll with these QBs here today is they'll probably rotate them, probably a possession or two here and there. They may play one quarter. It just kind of depends on how you do it, because it looks like they go, 2 deep at the quarterback position. Got some local guys from around the area as well on these teams as well here today.
Absolutely. And O.C. Brown, a guy quarterback for Team Elite, and I've heard a lot of good things about him. I've heard he's got quite some arm talent, so it'll be really interesting to see just what we see from these guys today and what to look forward to for their schools in the next few years.
I said it was funny. We were setting up earlier. I said, we'll be able to see the numbers here today, because when we had the game in the fog here not too terribly long ago, we were like, we think that's number 24. Yeah. We think it's the – but we'll be able to – but the uniforms, Major Drip does an amazing job with these uniforms, and – the powder blue with the red really pops, and, of course, the white with the red really pops out there as well. But we'll be able to tell everybody pretty easily here today. So,
and that's one thing, like you said, Major Drip always comes through with the beautiful uniforms. I think they were so beautiful there for a few years that we couldn't tell what numbers were on there. They were a little hard to see. But I think the only issue I see us having today is look over there on the right side of
the right side
Team Future. 2 number zeros.
Oh, no, we don't.
We have two number zeros.
Yes, I just noticed that. Well, the thing about it is they're probably skill guys, I would imagine, right?
Yes. Well, we have a 0, and then we have a 00 on roster. We have a running back who's Domingo Deering Jr., and then 00 is 5. They're 5'6" and 5'7".
Oh, I was going to say, if we could tell about height, that would be easier to kind of know who they are.
Let's look. Got a guy from Morton. Morton's going to be the gold helmet, I believe.
But here's the thing about it. Looking at some of these wide receivers, all right, as everybody watches the game today, you don't see 6'1" and 6'2" receivers in 8th grade.
No.
I mean, it's insanity. I mean, it really is. So,
So
But
yes,
yeah,
it'll be Deering Jr. from Morton who's wearing the gold helmet, and then the Warrens.
okay, so that'd be
I
an
should
easy.
have known that by colors.
Yeah, there you go, because they're wearing their school helmets right out there, so easy enough. So they're doing continuing the team introductions here. Of course, I guess you would say this is kind of the not the kickoff weekend, but I guess the kickoff game of what we'll have later this year. I believe the date's the 28th of December is when we'll be back here at East Central for the rest of the All-Star events. Of course, you'll have the Futures game then. Of course, the Senior Bowl will be later on. You know, we were just talking about this during the when we were doing surgery, as I say, down there on all of the wiring down there, which we got all that fixed up. But look at how this event has just grown over the last, 3 or 4 years. Just in that game that we're going to play before the Senior Bowl, look at all the guys that we saw play yesterday and the day before. I mean, this event is taking off, and Kerry Stribling was talking about this earlier. You know, in the beginning, you know, you're trying to get this thing going, trying to get it going. But now you're having to maybe turn people away. It's like we got more than enough now. People are flocking to this event now. It's another option for them. So
Absolutely. There were over, what was it? There were over, I think Kerry said, you know, they had to turn 80 people away just from this game right here.
that's a good problem to have.
Yeah,
That's a
and
great problem to have.
It's something I was telling, you know, the prestige of this game, and I didn't want to reveal this till later because I don't want it to seem like there's any bias, but I have a little cousin playing in this game.
Which one?
Number 25 for Team Elite, Lawson Barrett from Stone County. And he came and stayed at my house last night, and just because I'm about 45 minutes from Decatur.
He probably ate good, didn't he?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, he did.
Ate all those Thanksgiving leftovers.
Oh, yeah. But I told him, you know, we're watching the Alabama game. Before that, me and his dad and him, we were talking about Kamario Taylor showing out for Mississippi State the other day. And
that's
I said,
right.
You want to know something?
He played right here.
Played here in the Magnolia Sports Association back when the Future Elite was a 10th grade All-Star game.
Yep.
Then a Kylan Deer from Quitman gets a catch in the Iron Bowl. I look at him. Magnolia All-Star, trying to let them know, like, hey, this is a big deal that you're in this game.
And it seemed like that ball stayed in the air forever before Deer caught it last night in the Iron Bowl. But
I mean, and these guys just they gotta go out there and, you know, work hard, because also what we saw last year is, yes, this is an All-Star game and you want to showcase your talents, but 8th graders are showing that mindset. Oh, this is an All-Star game. We saw a lot of times last year they just went up in the air with one hand, trying to make a highlight play. And not just playing football.
Thought they were okay. They're still introducing the players down there. So just heard the introduction for Mize. Of course, they just they ran into that Heidelberg train a few days ago. Heidelberg beat Mize back on Friday to win that 3A South State championship. I think Heidelberg looks pretty darn unstoppable now.
That's the thing. I have my granddad, he's a pastor, lives up in Webster County, and a lot of people at his church, they go to East Webster, big East Webster fans. He goes to all the games, and he's telling me this year, he's like, you know, East Webster, they've got a chance to go to state and possibly win. I said, well, yeah, they've got a chance to go to state.
Oh, yeah, there's a small chance.
But they're going to play Heidelberg.
They're going to play Heidelberg. Heidelberg has been the best team by far. I mean, because what were they averaging, like 50 or 60 points? Averaging that much a ball game.
They went up to McAllen, one of those big schools in Tennessee, who was ranked 21st in the country.
They was able to hang with them.
At the time. They lost by one possession.
I know, it's crazy, isn't it? Shows you how good they are.
I mean, it's unreal. And just nobody has a chance. You know, I told you, telling somebody the other day, I'm a youth pastor, and one of my youth kids, you know, most of my kids are in the Clarkdale area.
Oh.
And they were telling me, you know, one of them's an 8th grader, and he does the filming for the high school. He's like, I think we got a chance to beat Heidelberg. And I'm like, no, you don't. You don't.
It's kind of like with the Jim Carrey scene in Dumb and Dumber. It's like, so you're telling me there's a chance?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you never know. I mean, turnovers like crazy can happen. I mean, there's all kind of bonkers things. But Heidelberg just looks the part right now. And I think they're probably going to be one of the overwhelming favorites when they get up to Starkville next weekend.
It'll be definitely interesting to see. You know, when's MHSAA going to introduce the overall tournament?
I don't know. You know, that's the. I don't think it'll ever happen, but it would be interesting because I think some of these 3 and 4A teams will have a chance to compete with maybe a 7A. But Tupelo looks pretty darn good too after they beat Oxford the other night. So
absolutely, and of course Oxford. That awkwardness now leaves with the chance of Oxford not playing in Starkville after this afternoon and yesterday's events.
Yeah, I think we're going to have the national anthem here in just a second here, I think.
looks like we are preparing for the national anthem. So
Yep.
we'll step aside and we'll bring you back with coverage of the Magnolia Sports Association Future Elite 8th grade All-Star Game.
Yep.
And we're back. Got the national anthem played, and we're getting set to, I believe, kick off.
Yeah.
Because last year they did do the high school football game format for this game, correct?
Correct. Yeah. So we'll play probably MHSA rules here today. So, but teams are coming over here, and of course we need to, because you got Team White and Team Blue, I guess is what we'll probably have as the graphic on the screen here today. Of course, correct me if I'm wrong here. Future Team Elite is the blue team?
Team Elite is the white team.
White team. Okay, so flip that. So Future is blue and Elite is white.
Yes.
And of course, we got Coach Chris Thigpen here. He'll be jumping in and out on the broadcast today as well. I'll probably step aside and let him, because he's been around here for a few minutes. I know you'd love to visit with him, of course. Terry had an amazing season this past year, so we'll get him on the mic side here in just a few minutes. So kind of do some tagging in and out here today. So.
Oh, yeah. Got the beautiful jerseys. I just got to, focus on that. I mean, Major Drip always does a great job. And, of course, Bingo Media helping us out today. Major Media out here. And Bingo Media also happens to have the Big Game brand sunglasses that we got blessed with today.
I see that.
So, got this free gift of these sunglasses.
I'll wear these another day because I won't be able to see
Right.
calling the game today. I was telling our friends at Bingo Media a few minutes ago that I think we've been in every kind of weather you can imagine. We were doing the baseball and softball events back during the summer in Jackson, and we were outside, and it was probably, 98 degrees that day. And we got out to our vehicles, and we were drenched in sweat. Now we're bundled up here today doing the football game. So, and we could get back here – in late December for the other two games? It may be 75 degrees when we get back for that. So this Mississippi weather has been jumping up and down and all around. So we're going to have a little coin flip coming up here. Get the captains out here. Looks like that's what we're waiting on here.
Yeah. Some big 8th graders.
That's what I was telling you earlier. It's amazing. Like some of those skill guys especially, but some of these defensive guys are pretty good.
That's 6'1", 235, Langston Lyon.
Yeah, 56 of 22 is a big kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, looking up down the defensive lineman here for Team Elite here. Of course, Jackson Academy, they've been defensive line academy the last couple of years. They got two interior guys going to Tennessee next year. They got Alex Williams at 6'2", 220. I mean, just about all of their defensive linemen are at least 6'1", 6'2", all across the board for them. So it looks like Darius Thames is going to be our white hat here today. Got Keon Ford, our linesman. Brandon Davis, our line judge. Marco Hickman, our umpire. Our back judge is Dre Watkins, and the clock operator is going to be Sam Evans. So, of course, want to thank Big Game, Major Media, Code Sports Group and Major Drip Athletics. Of course, our live stream being brought to you by Bingo Media, as you mentioned a few minutes ago there, Cooper.
Yeah.
Of course, been with Bingo here for quite a good many years here doing the broadcast. I guess they just flipped the coin. It probably slid across the East Central logo out there. I imagine it's probably still a little bit damp out there because it rained probably all the way up till I got here about 11:30, and it was still kind of drizzling, but it wasn't the heavy rain that we had earlier this morning.
Oh, yeah, it was raining all the way from my trip from Clarkdale to here. Raining the whole way.
All right, looks like who won the coin flip here? Team Blue did? Yeah, Team Blue did, and they're going to defer to the second half. So they'll be on defense first. So we'll see the white team, which it'll be – I need to get a pen, write that down. Team Elite is your white team, right?
Yes, Team Elite is right in front of us on the
So Team Elite is here on the home side, so they'll get the football first here.
So something also to keep in mind that I've been noted of just by my cousin Lawson telling me is there's been some of these guys who are defensive guys are going to be playing a little bit of offense.
Really? Okay. Well, it is an all-star event.
Because Lawson was telling me that he's going to be playing a little bit of power back.
Really?
Yeah. So
now, how big is he? Which one is he?
He's 25.
25 for the white team.
Oh yeah, he's 5'7", 160. So he's not
bowling ball material.
Oh, yeah. Over there and playing a little bit of power backs. He's lined up there on the far side on the front of the return team.
Gosh, I remember when we started this 8th grade game, a year or so ago. I mean, the numbers, like you said earlier, I mean, we were nowhere in the ballpark of having this many kids participate. Yeah. So, and, man, what an experience they had here yesterday. And I know it was kind of a challenge with the Thanksgiving holidays, being around too. And, of course, some of their high schools, which I know they're not technically on the high school rosters yet, but some of their high schools were playing back on Friday. Yeah. And I imagine they went to their respective high school games as well, because we mentioned Mize play Heidelberg on Friday, and some other teams kind of mixed in on the field here today too, like Jackson Academy. They just won a state championship against Hartfield not too terribly long ago. That was actually, a week ago now. So.
And some of these guys, I'm sure, might even have gotten called up this
They
season.
might have. You'll see that the last 2-3 games they'll do that. So we're underway, Cooper.
Yep, kicked off. That was going to be fielded, bobbled a little bit by number 11. That's Thaddeus Wright, a linebacker from Greenwood, fields that one, and he is going to be knocked hard.
Yeah, that was Jabraylon. Jabraylon Boone from Byram at 5'4", 145 came in late. I had on him. It's
going to be a little. Bear with us a little bit because these rosters are listed numbers next to positions. They're listed in positional order, not in numerical order.
I got the blue team in my hand. If you got the white team, I'll look at the defense here.
All right, good deal. Lined up at quarterback first for Team White looks to be O.C. Brown. Brown will take the snap, and he's going to throw a little quick pass, and it's going to be incomplete, intended for Domingo Deering Jr.
Yeah, you had one defender about 5 yards away from him. It looks like that might have been number 9, I believe, maybe. One of the DBs out there. Yeah, that was Gavin Mitchell, also from Byram. He was a few footsteps away. So, like you said earlier, we're going to see plays like that early. Yeah. I mean, once they get on the same page here.
Of course. Brown, I've been told, has a lot of speed, so he can run the ball well. Also, in the backfield with him looks to be Elijah McIntyre. That ball was snapped to Brown. He's going to give it to McIntyre and lay down a hit as a lead blocker. But McIntyre going to be tackled for a loss as he just can't get anything.
Yeah, looking through the interior there, looks like it was, I believe, 56 maybe coming in there to make the pop. Yeah, that was Micah Cameron. Kemper County right there standing up, 5'7", 207. Kind of low center of gravity right there, came in and laid the hat. Someone hit him initially, Cooper, but he came in and got the shoestring tackle for about a 5-6 yard loss on the play.
Absolutely. And did you see that hit by Brown as a lead block?
I tell you what, he met him right in there with the shoulder, and he did not back down one bit. You can't tell me these guys are going to be competitive here today, so they always are in these games.
Absolutely. 3rd and about 15. Trips to the right side, a receiver to the left on the far side. Brown in the shotgun. He's got McIntyre next to him, and there's a flag.
Yeah, it looks like it may be a delay a game maybe. Yeah, the play clock was at 0, so it'll be a delay a game.
That's going to make it about 3rd and right at 20. So they're going to have to make a not naturally 8th grade play here.
Well, as I always say, when you get to this point, 3rd down and back to the warm vehicle here at
yeah.
Bailey Stadium.
So same formation. It'll be trips to the right, one receiver on the far side. There's a snap to Brown. He's going to drop back and throw the football. Try to run. He'll be tripped up. What a hit there.
Was that my guy from Kemper again? I believe so.
I think it was.
I tell you what, he came in on a kind of a delayed blitz a little bit. I think that might have been Cameron again. Also, Fortenberry, one of those Neshoba kids, was in the neighborhood. So, tell you what, the interior right now defensively, I know it's early, only first play, but, man, put a lot of pressure on the quarterback on that opening possession. So, he started up, near the 26, and you got backed up all the way to the 11. And this is the fun part, Cooper, the punting game.
The punting game, which the punter is my little cousin,
Oh,
Austin Barrett.
Here we go.
He does not punt for Stone County. He found out yesterday that he'd be punting in this All-Star game.
Well, welcome to being a punter here. Here we go. Well, of course, there is no rush on a punt, so.
That's going to be I mean, you can tell that he hasn't punted before, as that one's going to roll right at about to the 24-yard line. So,
well, and that's one thing we need to reiterate, Cooper, too. There is no rushing on the punter here today. And, of course, if we do get, which I know last year we didn't do any extra points. We did primarily 2-point tries. But when we get to the other games next month, there's no rushing on PATs. So.
Until it's like major.
If we get down to the last couple minutes, things are going to get extra competitive out there, no doubt.
So Barrett's punt goes to right at the 24-yard line. So
we got a quarterback here today for Team Elite.
Looks to be McCarty first.
Neshoba 6'1", 180. Looks like he's going to take around over that far side there, Cooper, and got little he could get right there.
Yeah. Got all he could, and he'll be brought down. Brought down out of bounds. Looks like that was McCarty, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was McCarty. Like I say, it's pretty easy to spot that 6'1" frame out there. So.
Yeah.
See the playmakers on the field here. You got number 7 out there. That's Boone, who made a tackle on defense. He's going to be lined up in the slot down here at the near side now. Who's in the backfield there? Is that 00?
That is 00 for Team Future.
And, of course, that's not going to be Deering because, remember, he's got the gold helmet on. Rush coming on right here, and looks like it's going to be a sack here. Well, we think it's going to be a sack as several white jerseys get there to make the stop. I'll say pick your player right there. It looks like 18 might have been in there, the last guy. Actually, check that 15 there for Team Future.
Yeah, absolutely. Coming in huge.
Is that Jatavis Pittman from Tylertown?
It's like it might have been. That was Team Elite who made the tackle.
Yeah.
And looking for a 16 or a 15. And I'm not. Thaddeus Wright was in on there, it looks like. Or Davian Pillman is what they said.
Says the sack all the way back to the 35-yard line. So it looks like we're going to get a timeout called here by the Blue Squad. So kind of what you expected here early in the ball game. Like I said, timing is off a little bit right now, and obviously defense is kind of a few steps ahead of the offense right now. It's kind of what we expected here on these first 2 sequences of the ball game.
Exactly. Those quarterbacks, they'll get their rep, they'll get their drive, and then if they do it how they did it last year, they'll get to watch another guy take some reps, and then they'll get to come out there and, do their thing.
Yeah, because you got McCarty at quarterback for Team Future, and then you got Mobley, who we'll probably see here maybe on the next possession.
His 2 teams going to try to work out some of the kinks.
And, of course, you got to remember after the punt, I mean, your line of scrimmage was down here at the, 24-yard line. So 2 plays on the quarterback scramble and then the pretty much all-out blitz right there where they brought the house to get the quarterback right there. It's going to bring up 3rd down and extra long right here. And, of course, you don't have to get it all back right here. Maybe get just a chunk of it back and then go for it on 4th down because of where you're at on the field.
Yeah. Come back out there, Team Future. There's a snap and rolling out, trying to create some space, but the ball's out.
Loose. Ball is loose. Who comes out of there with it?
Who's got it?
I think Team Elite got it. They were there. Yeah, they sure did.
Team Elite gets the recovery. The big-time recovery coming in is Cameron Ridley from Natchez. 5'10", 198.
And we got a player still down back here where the strip sack happened, and they're going to bring the cart immediately out there to kind of check on him. Of course, always got to find training staff here.
Yeah, I believe.
That's 22 who is down there for Team Elite.
It's Alex Williams from Jackson Academy.
Ooh, just talked about him earlier.
Yeah.
Looks like they're looking at a lower body ankle injury potentially. Well, like I said, that much that happened right there, I mean, anything could happen. He may got rolled up on by somebody when they were going for the fumble recovery.
Absolutely. Try to see if we can figure out who stripped that. A big-time strip and recovery for Team Elite.
All right, looks like they're going to help him back up to his feet right here.
It's always good to see them back on their feet.
I think 22 is the one who stripped it, so he stripped it and got the fumble recovery.
Yeah, 22.
And unfortunately, he probably got rolled up on at the bottom of the pile by somebody whenever he was. So they're immediately going to get him onto the cart and drive him off the field. It's a tough break there for the young man from Jackson Academy. Like I said, I like that size, 6'2", 220, only an 8th grader. And, you know, he's going to be one of those big future stars for JA, like I said, who just won the state championship in pretty convincing fashion over Hartfield last Friday or Saturday night, rather.
Absolutely.
You should have saw the crowd going into that stadium for that game that night. I was leaving the game before, and it was a line from the entrance all the way around the basketball gym, Mississippi College, to get into that game.
Wow. As O.C. Brown is back there at quarterback, man in motion. He's going to fake the handoff and run and nearly gets his face mask pulled off. A spin. What a nice run there by Brown.
What about the face mask that should have been called back here?
Wow. Wow. And just a nice run. They're going to have to fix his helmet. They're begging for a face mask up here.
I tend to agree with him on that. I mean, when his head got turned around pretty wild-like, but I guess the officials are saying, oh, it's an exhibition, but, you know, we are playing by the high school rules, but that's going to be a gain of 6 on the play.
Talk about his escapability there to make something out of nothing and make it a 2nd and about 4.
I think is he back in at quarterback?
He is.
Okay. I saw him come to the sideline. He may just came in to get a fresh play there.
Brown drops back. He's going to throw a deep ball, and he's going to overthrow his receiver. That was intended for somebody, of course. Remember, our rosters are a little – looks like it's intended for Kendarius Sampson, who's a defensive back and wide receiver for this team.
And once again, Jabraylon Boone, who we talked about earlier, it looks like he's just about on every single coverage right now. He made a stop early, and he was a couple of steps behind the intended receiver, but maybe just a little less touch on that ball that might have gone in for 6.
Yeah.
But not a bad ball nonetheless, though.
Absolutely. And the confidence he had throwing it. 3rd and about 4. Brown in the shotgun. He's got 2 backs beside himself. He's going to hand that one to his running back, McIntyre. Oh, he is laid out. Elijah McIntyre got hit hard.
Yeah, it looks like that was 16. That was Damian Kelly from Byron Middle who came in to lay the pop on him right there. And, I mean, there's some – and now we got another injury down the field. We just had one injury a few moments ago. Now it looks like –
I think that's McIntyre possibly.
Yeah. Like I said, the 2 hits that came in to take him down were pretty vicious on the play.
Some hard-hitting 8th graders, Robbie.
I want to it was actually Carson O'Bannon who came in to make that stop, so he was the one who laid the big hit for Amanda Elsie. Well, you hate to see this early. I remember we had the long injury timeout, what was it, about a year or so ago. We had the young man from Newton that got hurt pretty bad.
Yeah, I think that was 2 years ago maybe.
Yeah. I remember it was the night game before we got into the Sunday games, but we got a fine training staff here from Ochsner who's always so good to us here at MSA to make sure these guys stay as healthy as possible.
Now, Robbie, this is 4 down territory right here. You know, it's 4th and about 4. I mean,
Oh yeah, you're keeping the
yeah,
offense on the field, no doubt.
I believe so.
They still got McIntyre down, checking on him there at the 50-yard line. I have not seen him. Is he still belly down there? So
Yeah,
I
it
think we're going
looks
to take
like
a break,
yeah.
aren't we?
Yeah, I think we're going to take a short break. We'll step aside, and we hope McIntyre is okay. We'll return with more coverage of the Magnolia Sports Association Future Elite 8th grade All-Star Game.
Arm. No, I was going to let Dick Ben come in here and do it. Yeah, I'm going to get you next quarter. You can jump on my headset, and I can let you do the quarter with Cooper here. It don't matter to me. I've got 6 games between today and Wednesday, so it don't matter to me. I'll take a break. I got 2 basketballs tomorrow at Meridian. I got 2 basketballs at Meridian Tuesday, and I got 2 basketballs at Lamar Thursday, and 2 more Friday. That's all I do is everything by myself. Yeah, I see him walking out there.
Hey, how are y'all? Good to see y'all. Y'all doing all right?
Yeah, why ain't you calling me? What's the slowdown?
I don't know. Looks like broken arm, possibly.
Is that what it looks like to you?
That's what we're hearing from over there. That's what we're hearing from over there.
Oh, yeah, that ain't good.
Not at all. Yep.
Where are they taking Meridian? That's the closest round. Meridian's closest.
Yeah, Meridian, about 15 minutes.
Yeah, 15 minutes.
There's not much in Newton, really.
No.
Better off at Meridian.
Yeah, skip on over to Meridian. They're going to rush Anderson everywhere that's left, right?
Yeah. They'll take him to Oshner. Because those trainers are Oshner.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they'll take him to Oshner.
Yeah. money in the family. Delaney feeling better?
She's asleep right now, I think. Yeah. But
What she get? Strep throat?
she has a perforated eardrum.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's really taking her out.
Yeah.
But that punt was that punt. Found out yesterday he'd be the punter.
Yes. Yeah. There's where you get it.
Yeah.
A lot of warm up and training, wasn't it? I've been a punter for 17 hours.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's not looking bad out there. He looks confident.
Yeah. What are you calling for? Is it
The live stream.
oh, it's live stream? Is it it just shows that but hears you? Is that what it is?
Yeah, it shows the game, and it's like just like a normal, like here I can show you my phone. Yeah, it's kind of like the leak games are like.
Oh, okay.
Like
Oh,
that's it.
okay.
Yeah,
You recording it? Or is it?
he's got the camera on.
Oh, huh?
I wouldn't hate it. The only bad thing would be is if he did terrible, we fire him. Why do we have guys headed back to the locker room? Hey, we got walkies where we can find out why guys are headed to the locker room. Oh wow.
Offensive coordinator's head coach.
Yeah, I don't hate it, but
Ain't got much choice.
yeah. He was the guy I thought would be next after Lane, but this soon and in this matter. Whew.
Somebody said.
You know
Somebody
who was
said.
going to be in the front.
Yeah. Somebody said Matt Luke 2.0.
I don't know if it'll be that bad.
I don't know. If Golden got ran off at Alabama.
Because Matt Luke was bad. And Pete Golding might be dealt a worse hand than Matt Luke was.
Mm.
I don't know.
Football in the state of Mississippi is backwards. Always been now.
Pete had a little bit of idea it could happen. Matt had no idea.
People keep sharing that picture. It's like the worst picture of Goldie they could find. He looks like he was dealing drugs underneath the overpass somewhere. That's what he looks. But look at the gut on him. 7. 7 years. That's not including the NIL. And plus his NIL, the NIL pool is going to be nearly $30 million. That's like last night when you watched the Iron Bowl. They got that Yellowwood logo on the field. Every time they need a buyout, they call that guy. That's who writes the check for it. You want to get rid of Hugh Freeze? Okay, here you go. Jimmy Sexton just sitting here counting the dollars. He's the smartest man in America.
He was there longer than that. He was there 6 years.
He was there 6 years.
That's a long time for him.
For him, yeah.
That's a long time. I give credit.
That's a long time for any coach nowadays.
Now what's the over under the state six at LSU? LSU run. Kirby Smart said probably the most famous thing he said. When he was at LSU, they told him, "That's not your office. You're borrowing."
You're borrowing it. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Kirby Smart, when he was the D coordinator at LSU under Saban, you're just borrowing that office. Not a game anymore.
Then, what type of leverage you have? You would have scholarships and playing time. Can he hold that over a player now?
Well, I'm gonna tell you though, LSU.
They said Ryan Williams is probably going to LSU now too from Alabama. Two million. He's gone. He's already racking them up. He's racking them and bagging them.
They really do. Because of NIL. NIL and the
The
portal.
NIL and the portal.
The only thing LSU will have,
Make it
oh,
more resources.
that's it. It might be.
Resource.
It might be seven.
Academic.
It might be seven strength conditioning coaches instead of four.
There you go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It might be eight
Sure.
coaches on defense instead of five.
They may have their player farm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know.
Yep.
But you just got to think about that portal. So you gonna go down?
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. Oh.
Well, how
Was
smart?
that you he was talking to? You, no.
How smart was that kid? Now that kid got him right on the button, didn't he? Kiffin look. I mean, he gets right in that. He gets right in that kid's face, and that kid was basically telling the truth the whole time. When that happened, that kind of, you knew that he was leaving then.
It's kind of funny. He walks in
Test
the door
too much.
with like
That was in New Orleans.
3 state troopers, like they were gonna hit him.
Yeah, that's in
Like,
New Orleans. I don't know where he's going.
Well, that's like Levy gets off the bus there at the game Friday. He's got his family with him, and Kiffin walks in there all surrounded by all them guys. It's like, you are not that important.
He definitely put up the numbers to do it, but he didn't start until even after the roster was announced.
There's a
I watched Tupelo just say, "All right, let's button up this side of the helmet over here." That second half, because that second half they just say we bigger. Don't run the ball.
the coach told me if Tupelo didn't want to win the state championship, they would stop running the football. He's like, if they decide to just run the ball,
Tupelo got a little shot now.
nobody, they got a shot.
Listen,
They the favorite.
They all said they got a shot.
I mean,
Who would have won that game with one state?
I think they would have been ostrich. I mean, if they played them again,
Yeah.
if they run the football, you got like you got to run the football.
He told me, he said, the only way they don't win the state championship is they decide to start running.
Man, the Panthers are beating Rams
Gulfport.
Really?
24 to 21.
They got
Huh?
good. They
Saints are probably getting curb stomped.
They running back.
They got to go for it.
They running back in Gulfport. They better than
8 to 16 Dolphins.
I know he ain't getting a lot. I know he ain't getting
Shucks got a touchdown pass to Olave.
a lot of
I'm kind of at the point now. I wish they just go ahead and let Kamara go and be done with it because he's not the same player.
I was kind of hoping they would let like Demario go to a competitor or something, just because I respect the man, you know.
Yeah, maybe I know Tupelo is that, so we'll see.
Well, I mean, they
You know, before the trade deadline, like have him go to the Bills or something, or
Yeah, go to a competitor. That way he goes out on top.
yeah,
Maybe
because I respect the man.
go to Buffalo or maybe not the Chiefs, but maybe
The Rams.
Rams, maybe, or not within the division, but like Packers or somebody like that. You know,
He's so underrated, man.
he deserves a ring.
Better linebackers of this generation.
Good dude too.
Yeah. He's a leader, man.
So what the East West?
And I got excited when Tyron came, but I was thinking, man, if he
we are back with coverage of the Magnolia Sports Association Future Elite 8th grade All-Star game here at Bailey Stadium in Decatur, Mississippi. Because we just took a long break, had an injury, and we had to get the ambulance out here, Robbie.
Yeah, definitely praying for Elijah McIntyre from Alexander Junior High, and we can only speculate, but obviously I know we had a pretty decent camera shot from on the field, and obviously it was a broken arm, I believe is the case right there, and they had to bring the medical personnel out and get it mobilized and whatnot, and that's the reason for the delay, because obviously they probably had to bring the ambulance in from Newton, Mississippi, which is probably maybe 10 minutes down the road, if that, and ambulance came out on the field a few moments ago and got him up on the gurney. And considering, I will tell you, that situation, obviously I thought it was good response time by everybody involved, because you just can't throw something on it and driving by his parents' vehicle or whatnot. But Oshner was spot on here as well, and that's just part of the sport. Unfortunately, injuries do happen, and we wish him nothing but the best. So
yeah, it's a hard situation. You got to hate it, because his season is already completed. He comes to an All-Star game, and that's that's one of those fears of playing in a game like this is the injuries, and that's why sometimes guys just don't go as hard. And you just hate to see him go down like that, and that his All-Star day comes to an end early. And man, now these players, they went back to the locker room for a little bit. A lot of them for bathroom breaks. Is what
I would
was
imagine
told.
so, and get some warmth.
But also, good to get them back warm, and good to keep their eyes off of what was happening to their teammate on the field.
Yeah, it's going to be 4th down and about 3 yards to go, and looks like they're going to go for it right here.
Is O.C. Brown is going to try to pick up a first down. He's going to be right at the line.
I think he's going to be short.
I think so, too.
He's going to be about a half yard short. He had the right idea trying to slide for the play, but he didn't have awareness of where the spot was. And, Cooper, that's just one of those things with these younger players. That will come with maturity.
Yeah.
He had the right idea, avoid the contact, but he just slid about a half a yard too short of the first down. So turnover on downs.
Yep. So not what the team wanted. Team Elite turns the ball over, and Team Future will get it back. And this is the first time they'll be playing in their own territory. They started off their last drive right at about the 24.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see how this offensive possession goes. Their second of the day. They just had this big, layover, and now we got a penalty marker down back here by the back judge, I believe. I think it may have been 12 men on the field.
Yeah, guy failed to get off the field in time. Or it looks like they're going to just wave that flag off, and they're just going to keep going.
Okay, they're just going to keep it going.
Yeah.
I saw flags flying everywhere.
McCarty will take the snap for Team Future. He hands the ball off, and tripping up is the running back. The turf monster got, not sure if that's 00. That's Cameron Crockett from Blackburn playing defensive back and running back this game.
I would say we would give credit on a tackle there, but like you said, the maybe a little bit of a slick surface down there. Remember, we had that rain here during the overnight and all morning, so kind of lost his footing there. Was about a loss of 1, 2, 3 yards.
Here's going to be the snap, dropping back and evading a sack, trying to go on the run now. Wow, what evasiveness by the quarterback to Cedric McCarty to avoid a lot of pressure there and pick up positive yardage.
Yeah, he made about 2 or 3 moves there. The rush was on. They brought pressure on both edges right there. And, players just make plays, and that's what he did right there. He just stepped up in the pocket, improvised, and got what he could. Got the lost yardage back plus a few more, gain of 6. That'll bring up 3rd down and about 7 yards here.
3rd and 7, those linebackers creeping in on that in the trenches. Looks like they're showing blitz. McCarty dropping out, looking to throw on the run. He will throw, and the pass is short, incomplete. Seemed to be intended for A.J. Connor from Noxubee.
Like you said, they brought that pressure on the edge once again. The only thing, we got a flag down here at about the 43-yard line.
We'll see what it is. Good call out there, Robbie. I didn't see the flag, so. Good catch there.
Well, and the thing about it is that another one of those young player things that just happened, he threw back across his body, too. And you know as well as I do, that's dangerous territory to do that in.
Absolutely.
We saw the flag down, but I still have not seen an indication. It must be on Team Future here.
Maybe it was a hold.
Yeah, that's the only thing I could think of because it looks like they are marking 10 yards off right here, so that would be a hold. Thing about it is, I would have probably declined that thing and made it 4th down, but they're going to take the penalty yard, and it's going to be 3rd down and long back here at the 40. So
going to be about 17 yards
Yeah.
to go. Wow.
But what did we say earlier? Defense still a couple of steps ahead of the offense right now. We still got a ways to go, though, still just in the first quarter.
There's a snap to McCarty. McCarty drops back, trying to evade a sack. He's being chased down. Barrett closing in on him, and he is going to be knocked out of bounds by number 17. Bringing him down there was Pollard.
Yeah, he had a receiver. I was looking down here toward about the 30 or maybe the 25-yard line. He had a man that was waving his arm down here deep on this end of the field. But, when you got that much pressure bearing down on you like he had right there, I mean, you got no choice in just running out of bounds there. But I know receivers upset he didn't get the ball there, but you don't want to just put the ball in danger right there.
Absolutely. Both the punters in this game are the number 25s. It's back to receive for Team Elite. Is going to be Mike Davis from Warren Central.
Now we got a whistle, and is this going to be a timeout? Looks like it'll be a timeout called here by Team Future.
So timeout called. And Robbie, 5:33 left to go. Still no score here in the first quarter. It's been a long first quarter due to some just really unforeseen and unfortunate circumstances. And right here, what's your game plan going out if you are Team Elite, if you're Coach Stacy Murphy, you're going to get the ball back on this punt. What do you do here on this drive? Do you make a quarterback change, get your other guys some reps? What's your approach?
Well, I mean, the thing right now is obviously, both defenses are kind of doing what they want to do, rushing the quarterback because you're seeing nothing but aggressiveness right now toward the quarterback. You would say if you're going to continue to throw the ball, you're going to have to release the ball a lot quicker.
Yeah.
The line's going to have to block a lot better or start running the football here.
As McGowan will punt a low liner.
Going to take a nice roll here on the slick surface here. They're kind of waving the football down to the 22. They're trying to give it that extra wave down there to the 22-yard line. But they only got it to the 23 maybe.
When you're in the 8th grade, you think those things work.
Well, I mean, maybe a little bit if we'd have had maybe a north wind at about 25 miles per hour. So
got to be swinging those. Got to be swinging those arms like the Rock, with a lot of force and power.
It would have been funny if the ball still would have been going right there.
Right.
So. Well, they did give him the 22-yard line, so I guess that did give him 1 extra yard.
So a nice punt there by McGowan to, pin this Elite team back some yards.
Looks like they're going to keep Brown in at quarterback, the Port Gibson product here in the shotgun.
And he's showing a lot of confidence with how he moves in the pocket and just how he looks out there. Brown will take the snap. He'll fake the handoff, and he'll throw that. It's overthrown, nearly intercepted.
Wow. That was almost a big error right there. That was, I believe, number 8 right there flashing in to try to make that to play, or maybe number 9.
I think it was 9, Gavin
Mitchell from Byram. I mean, he flashed in there. That was almost a gift-wrapped interception right there. I talked about getting the ball out of there quick. I know you're trying to set up some sort of a screen there on the edge right there, but the errant throw nearly was picked off. I mean, that was dangerous right there. But you notice they're not running the football. It's just nothing but throwing right now. I figure they try to establish some semblance of a run right here, but evidently there was a penalty that was mixed in there as well.
Didn't see what the call was, but it's going to be in the favor of Team Elite.
Yeah, because the original line of scrimmage was the 22, so it was a 10-yard penalty on the blue squad here.
So 1st and 10, 2 receivers to each side.
Now the umpire is going to come in here and spot the football right on the 22-yard line, or excuse me, a 32-yard line. So it was a 10-yard penalty. Like I said, I did not see the penalty marker that was down, but
Domingo Deering to the left side of O.C. Brown.
See if they try to run the ball here.
And they will, as they'll give it to Deering. Deering coming to the outside to the sideline. He's going to be knocked out of bounds.
Well, there he is again to make another stop there. That is Jabraylon Boone from Byram. He comes in there, lays a hat on someone. He's been all over the field defensively so far.
He's played very well. Made a name for himself out there. Excuse me, that's a gain of about 3 yards to make it 2nd and 7.
Yeah, you notice they tried to attack the edge on this sweep over here, but I tell you what, if it wasn't for Boone right there, he might have got across the 40-yard line.
Oh, yeah.
So that just shows you the speed that Boone has here on this edge to defend the run. So pretty tough sledding right now for both offenses.
There's a snap, handoff right back to him. Deering gets past the 40. Going to make it 3rd and very short. A nice pickup there, and the running game is starting to work for Team Elite.
Looks like Kelvin Robinson Jr. from Northwest Rankin was in there to help make the stop. But, hey, run the football. I mean, I know everybody wants to see the ball thrown here in an all-star event, but maybe that'll start to, loosen things up a little bit by running the ball here.
No safety help over the top if they do decide to throw a little misdirection here. Deering gets to the outside. He has space. Deering gets across the 50. He's going to be knocked down right at the 42-yard line. And, man, if he would have cut to the right side, he had a lot of open field ahead of him.
But what had happened right there? Run the football.
Exactly.
Like I said, it's going to loosen things up here as time goes on here in this game. But I like what this offense is doing right here, throwing the ball. Hasn't worked so far. I know you want to air it out, but the run game is going to loosen something up if they want to go play action here soon. But I like this running back, though. Like I said, if he'd have made that cut, he might have scored.
Definitely had the space. 1st and 10. Deering to the right side of O.C. Brown. 2 receivers to each side. Brown will pass again. It's going to be a little float pass. It's caught and just swarmed immediately.
Well, guess who?
Exactly.
Guess who? There's Boone again.
Yep. So that was Kendarius Sampson who made the catch and actually lost about 4 yards on there.
Boy, that looked like that pass last night in the Iron Bowl that Deere caught. That ball stayed up in the air. It seemed like an eternity last night that he made the play on. And by the way, Cooper, where did Deere play his All-Star game at?
Oh,
right
he played
here.
it right here.
He was in the Iron Bowl last night. Yeah, I didn't like that pass. It stayed up in the air too long. That gave Boone plenty of time to come in and make that stop. So 2nd and 14.
There's the snap. Giving it right back to him. Deering trying to cut to the outside. He's blown up. Big-time tackle coming in for Team Future.
That was 16 on the play there for Team Future. Let's see. Amanda Elsie product there coming in to make the stop. That was Carson O'Bannon. 5'10", 135.
A big guy. And he looks big on the field. I mean, wow. A lot of these 8th graders have a lot of size, Robbie.
Yeah, it looks like some playmakers are going to check in here for Team Elite here. Like I said, the receivers, the playmakers have got a lot of size. I've seen some 6'1", 5'10" guys for these 8th grade squads. As we approach 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter.
3rd and very long. Brown rolls out to his right. He's got a lot of receivers downfield. That one's going to be caught. And near the first down.
I think he got it.
I think he might.
Yep, he got it just by a yard, down to the 30.
Wow, Mike Davis from Warren Central, I believe that was. What a catch by Davis to get the first down.
I tell you what, the pocket collapsed back here, and I tell you what, improvisation once again, and he makes the throw down the field. That ball had some zip on it down the field right there.
It did. O.C. Brown showing out. 1st and 10, right at the 30. Brown will take the snap. He'll give it to Deering. Deering trying to get through that offensive line. He gets to that 2nd level, and he'll be tackled by a host of Team Future players.
Yeah, it looks like Lawson Barrett from Stone came in and stoned him, no pun intended, and kind of came in and laid the hat on him. But like I said, good mixture of play calling right now. You know, I knew the run game would kind of loosen things up in the pass game a little bit, but obviously, no doubt, the best drive of the day so far.
second and about 6 or 7, as the kids will say these days. There's the snap to O.C. Brown. He'll get it out, and whoo-hoo, a big hit. Guess who, Robbie?
That's probably my guy again, isn't it?
It is.
Well, there's
Boone.
no doubt who one of your defensive players of the game is going to be so far.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he has been everywhere.
His
Braylon Boone.
O.C. Brown was apparently hit on that play, and it would have had to have been late. Brown had his helmet knocked off.
Yeah, we got the helmet sitting back down here at the 38, 39-yard line. Remember, you do have 2 quarterbacks on each roster, so the other quarterback that Team Elite has is Brantley Reichert from Caledonia. So it looks like the line of scrimmage, ball just touching that 38-yard line. So it'll be 3rd down and long coming up. I tell you what, I know they're trying to set up these screen plays here, some of these receivers, but the speed on the edges for these corners here is pretty darn good. I tell you, look at the interior right here on this big defensive lineman for the blue squad.
Gracious.
Who is that young man?
Goodness gracious.
That's Princeton Fortenberry from Neshoba, 6'3", 315 pounds.
As Deering's trying to get to the outside, he makes a spin, goes into a defender, but falls forward for a few extra yards, and it's going to be 4th down and 10.
They could let the clock go down to the end of the first quarter if they want to. I mean, because the play clock is a few seconds behind. But would they want to get a snap off here, and that'd be the last play of the first quarter?
I think they want to. I think they want to get a snap off. As O.C. Brown will still be out there.
Yeah, we're down to 10 seconds on the game clock. It's about a 3-second differential right here. And now we're going to get a officials timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 7 seconds remaining. Not sure what this might be about, but the officials says the timeout is on them. Not sure what this is about here.
Yeah.
Huh. The official is down here close to this near sideline.
He's saying something to Team White. He looks to be.
Yeah, because this is not an official called timeout by either squad here.
He's saying something to Team White. He's got some hand motions and some.
Yeah, he just blew the whistle. They may start the play clock here in just a second. Now we got more whistles down there here. I think Cooper with a stop clock at 7 seconds on the game clock. This will more than likely be the last play of the quarter.
Course. 2 receivers to each side. Brown at quarterback. He's got Deering to his right side. And the clock will start.
I think they reset the play clock. Yeah, they reset the play clock, and it's rolling.
As Brown will roll out to his right, nearly lose his footing, and he will be tackled. Big time tackle there by number 26 of the Blue Squad.
Yeah, 26 for the Blue Squad. Big stop right there. Scanning through the numbers here. 26 and 26. Cannot find a 26. There he is. Quentin, was that Beatty from Old Town?
Quentin Beatty from Old Town gets the big time sack on 4th down to force a turnover on downs, and that'll end the first quarter. So we'll step aside for a few short minutes, and we'll return with the second quarter of action here in Decatur with the MSA Future Elite 8th grade All-Star game. Okay, I didn't know if you had commercials or what.
No, it's all good. I'll just go mute it.
Gotcha.
That's perfect. He's all right.
You got the window open on this side.
Oh, yeah.
How you doing, man?
I'm good. How are you?
What's your name?
Coach Thigpen.
Coach Dickman. I'm Hunter.
Nice to meet you.
And you will be coaching Bernard Blackwell this year?
That's right.
All right,
That's right.
Are you coaching with us this year?
The South team. No. Hopefully I'll be doing this.
Oh, yeah. I'll bring you in when we return.
Okay.
Yes.
Here we go in 3, 2.
And we are back with the second quarter of action here in Decatur with the Magnolia Sports Association Future Elite 8th grade All-Star game. And join the color commentators chair is Coach Chris Thigpen. He's been a big-time member of the media team and formerly part of the coaching staffs in the Magnolia Sports Association games, and he'll be coaching in the Bernard Blackwell All-Star game this year. Head coach from Terry High School, Coach Thigpen. How you doing today, man?
I'm doing well. Excited to be here and watch these young players play this game. We had a lot of great success with players playing in this game and moving on up, playing on the next level. So I think it's great what the MSA does.
Now, seeing a lot of Byram guys on this team, Byram, that flows right into Terry, so you got some guys to look forward to for next year in this 8th grade game.
Absolutely. And, it's almost like I'm saying this on the record, off the record. It's almost like you got to recruit your own guys even at this level now with, kids having the ability to move to different places. So, but Gavin Mitchell, Jabraylon Boone, Damian Kelly, all really talented guys that made a lot of plays in this game. So their future is bright.
Absolutely. Future, no pun intended, in this
There
game.
you go.
Future Elite that was a short pickup by, see quite who that was. I believe it was Cameron Crockett from Blackburn. It's going to make it 3rd and about 8 yards to go. McCarty at quarterback still, the Neshoba product. McCarty will take the snap. He'll look to throw. He's being chased. McCarty gets right there at the sticks, so they drop the sticks, getting out of the way. I think he might have picked up a first down, and they're gonna motion for a first down and move the chains.
That's a great job by the quarterback there. I'm watching the quarterbacks. It's really tough on them in a game like this when you have guys coming off the edge. That means your offensive tackles have to be really, really good to block the pass rush of some of these defensive ends. And so, I think they got to run the ball some to kind of slow down that pass rush, but he did a great job of extending the play and picking up the first down.
Absolutely. There's a snap. McCarty now trying to evade pressure again. He steps up, makes a deep ball, and it will be incomplete, just a little bit overthrown.
That's it. He had the right idea, and he showed his mobility there that time also.
Yeah, just stepping up, and, it was a little inaccurate, a little overthrown, but, it was that close to being nicely placed to be throwing on the move like he was.
That's right. And hopefully, we'll get some points on the scoreboard here with these teams. The fans come. You like to see a lot of scoring, or at least some scoring in All-Star games.
Absolutely. We're still scoreless here with 10:36 to go in the first half. New running back in the game is Zaylin Dancy from Louisville. Dancy will get to the outside. He'll pick up some yards and be tackled. Bringing that one down. Looks to be 88. Quite. Looks like Elijah Franklin from N.R. Berger made the tackle.
That's right.
But Dancy, I've heard a lot of big things out of him. I'm from Winston County, and I've heard some Louisville guys talk about Dancy some. Dancy will get the ball again, and he'll be tackled down almost immediately, brought down by Elijah Franklin from N.R. Berger.
And, N.R. Berger is the middle school at Hattiesburg. Hattiesburg High is playing in 6A state championship, so I know they're excited about him.
Yeah. It's 4th down and about 6 to go.
Let's see if they hard counting right here. I hadn't seen that so far in the game. See how disciplined this D-line is.
They will do that. His coaches are complimenting the discipline of their defense for not jumping yet, we'll say.
Snap it right here. He's going to run out of time.
He gets it off just in time. McCarty trying to step up. He's being chased.
Wow.
McCarty trying to evade.
Got the first down.
And he will be pushed out of bounds by Lawson Barrett.
I'm liking this quarterback. He is extending plays, but he's also making really good decisions while doing it. A lot of young quarterbacks extend plays and They may not hang on to the football or they may force the ball down the field, but he's making really good decisions right here.
Absolutely. He's going to be coming off the field now. Looks to be a little shaken up as Elijah Franklin has made a few tackles. As Lawson Barrett seemed to be a little frustrated he didn't get that tackle as he was able to push McCarty out of bounds, but he wasn't able to stop him from getting the first. McCarty's got Dancy to his right side. He'll take the snap. He'll give it to Dancy. Dancy was patient there for a second and then took off, and now he's heading upfield.
Oh, wow.
A lot of bodies being knocked around, and Dancy gets to the second level and gets a first down. Wow.
And, you know, that's one of the few times in this game we saw a few missed tackles. Earlier in the game, that side was making tackles, and he did a great job of breaking tackles and picking up the first down.
So Dancy.
He's a load also.
Yeah. McCarty getting his play call from his coach. Got trips to the right side, a receiver to the left. He'll take the snap and he'll drop back. Looking for a receiver. He's going to float that one over the top, and it's going to be intercepted. Bringing the ball in for Team Elite.
Number 0.
Number 0 is, I believe that'll be Mike Davis from Warren Central. Davis with a huge interception, and yes, that's who it'll be because we have 2 zeros. One's from Morton with the gold helmet.
No, that's the kid from Morton.
That was the kid from Morton?
Yes.
Yeah, there's the gold helmet. That's Deering, excuse me.
That was a great play by him.
Just a great play by Deering. Jumped up and got the leaping interception. Now he's going to come in and play running back.
And, you know, I just talked about the quarterback making really good decisions. I think it wasn't a bad decision. He just needed a better throw right there. His guy had a step on him, kind of underthrew it, and that kid from Morton made a great play.
Absolutely. Apologize to Deering Jr. We have 2 zeros, so we're going to get mixed up occasionally in this. He's going to drop back. O.C. Brown still in the game. Was that one intercepted?
Did he hit the ground? Oh, he gave it to him.
Boone gets the interception.
He gave it to him. Wow.
Wow. What a catch. As he just dove on the ground and took it away.
He's a great player now. His older brother was a really great receiver at Ridgeland High School. Played this past fall at Colin. He's committed to going to Prairie View.
Wow.
He has a brother that plays for us, so it's kind of like in the Boone bloodline, you know.
Jabraylon Broom, I think he's solidified himself as the defensive player of the game for his team.
Yeah,
I mean,
so far at this point, hard to argue that.
I mean, there's not much more he has to do.
That's right. And he plays offense.
Yeah.
So let's see if this team could get it in the end zone.
They're going to try to do
Team
that.
Future, is that right?
Yes, Team Future has the ball right here inside the 30 at the 28, closing in on the red zone, and this is the closest to scoring a team has been all game long. McCarty still at quarterback. We've yet to see a different quarterback than the 2 we've seen so far.
And you have man coverage, so you'll have a chance to maybe throw a touchdown right here if you know they're going to elect to run it.
And taken down almost immediately is Cameron Crockett from Blackburn. This team's got to focus in here and just go out there and try to score. I mean, you got 7 minutes and 50 seconds left to go. Still no score in this first half.
They got to find a way to move the ball, and but again, the quarterback play has been he's made really good decisions with the exception of the last offensive possession.
Trips to the left side, receiver to the right. McCarty will drop back. He'll throw a ball high in the air, and it'll nearly be intercepted. Chasing that one down and unable to get there was number 5. We'll see who that is. That was Richard Albert. And, of course, we'll remind you if you're just tuning in, the rosters we're given are listed by positional order. So it takes us a second to find those numbers for you.
That's right.
Because some of these guys are playing both ways. You know, it might be a defensive back, but he's listed as a running back, so then I got to go check running back. And it's just that's how it is sometimes.
And you got to think right here, it's 2-down territory. So if you don't pick it up on this play right here, you got to hold So they're gonna back him up.
Yeah, that will be backed up, and that's gonna. I mean, when you're on this side of the field in an All-Star game, just about anything is gonna be 2-down territory.
That's right.
So he will.
Unless your cousin,
Yeah,
can kick it in from here. Is it? Then you.
well, my cousin, he's on Team Elite.
He's on,
Yeah.
okay, he's on the elite team.
He's on Team
Okay.
Elite. He's there at linebacker right now, so he cannot kick it in from where he's standing right now.
Yeah, if you got a guy in middle school to junior high kicking this well, this young, you have a specialist coming up through your program.
Well, the thing about him is he found out he was punting for this team yesterday. He does not punt at Stone County.
Oh wow!
He found out yesterday. They had like a little punting tryout, and
they said, "Yep, you the guy."
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna rush the quarterback right here. We're gonna watch Damian Kelly come off the edge.
what a block by Dancy. It's gonna go out of bounds.
What happened?
He just ran out of bounds,
Okay.
right?
Yep.
Right
Out of
there near the
bounds.
line of scrimmage. Didn't.
So they have another shot at getting the first down. I imagine they're gonna run another play here.
I mean, that's all you really can do, because if you do punt the football here, you pin them back. I mean, close, possibly for a chance of a safety. But with these guys being 8th graders, I mean, there's not that much difference in field position.
That's right. Got to get the play in less than 10 seconds.
5 seconds, 4 seconds. Play clock rolling down. McCarty will take the snap. He'll bobble it. The ball's loose
And
on the
it is-
ground.
It is recovered by the white team.
Who's got it? Lawson Barrett with the fumble recovery.
Team Elite. I think the snap, I don't know if it hit the quarterback hands or if it was a little short, but they didn't have a chance on that play.
Lawson Barrett with the fumble recovery. You know, I got to be proud of that one. That's
There you go.
that's the little cousin
There you
right
go.
there. So
So wait, D-line, kicker, and linebacker?
wait, he moved it on the D line on that
Okay.
play.
Okay.
He's in here as a middle linebacker. I think he was,
Yeah, it sounds
showing
like
blitz.
he's slash.
punting, and he told me yesterday also he was taking reps at power back for some
Okay,
situations.
short yardage.
Oh yeah. There will be a snap to O.C. Brown. Brown going to be not taken down. Brown stays up in the air, and he'll fight for yardage, and he will be knocked down right at the line of scrimmage.
Now I will say this, watching these All-Star games and being a part of All-Star games and even the Bernard Blackwell game, you need the practice time for these offensive linemen to have a chance to gel and be somewhat cohesive. Skill guys, they could pick up on that type of timing and things like that much easier. But for the offensive linemen, it's much harder for them to, get in sync. So and we're seeing that now with the lack of running game from either side.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to be a team, and I mean, it's hard to get as much practice as even they have had, with this being the holiday season, and
That's right.
it's
And you see the quarterbacks. The quarterbacks are running for their life. O.C. Brown. He's trying to pick up plays, pick up yardage, and if they could run it just a little bit, it'll take some pressure off of the quarterbacks.
It's going to be 3rd and short as Brown's going to head back out there. He gets a play call from his head coach, Stacy Murphy. Go out there and try to make something happen. They'll send 2 receivers to the left side and 2 to the right. Gonna spread the field out here.
This is a big defensive line that they have.
Yeah. And he
Jet
has to.
sweep.
Nice little jet sweep there, but it's going to be all for nothing as Mike Davis couldn't pick up any extra yards there, and it threw it off a little bit because O.C. Brown had to reach out to his left to catch that snap.
Yep. The snap is always important. You got to think, these guys, how much practice did they get, to practice that type of thing, and now you got a defensive lineman on your head. Maybe he's thinking about that some too, so I don't know.
That's the thing last year. I don't know if you remember. It might have been last year exactly in the 10th grade All-Star game. Had a center go down with an injury, and then a backup center came in, and it was honestly disastrous for the team that it happened to, and it just led to a beatdown in the All-Star game. Is on fourth down.
Him.
I think they did. They stopped him, Coach. They're begging for a first down. Other team's begging for fourth.
Oh, maybe he got it.
Waiting for the motion. We're going to see him bring the chains out?
Ooh, first down.
First down. Wow. Fighting for extra yards. Domingo Deering. And Coach, I know as a coach you like to see guys fight for extra yards like that.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. You got to kind of understand what the down and distance is, and got to try to go get pre-snap penalty.
Yeah, should be a false start. Oh, offsides. Yeah. And
encroachment. There we go.
Yeah, it's one of those. I mean, you can't do that.
No.
He was coming off the edge too. It looked like sometimes those offsides and encroachments they call the penalty before the plays run just for the safety of the players.
That's right.
Remember that happening in the Egg Bowl a few years ago when Matt Corral was back the quarterback at Ole Miss. As Brown will drop back and he'll be patient for a second before taking off, and he'll go out of bounds short of the line of scrimmage.
I don't know if either side has a tight end or H-back, but I think if maybe they're able to play with either, that'll help. Again, I think that'll help the quarterback some.
Yeah.
Because with these guys just rushing hard off the edge, it's hard on these offensive tackles to hold up in the pass rush.
Absolutely, because some of these defensive linemen might be bigger than the offensive lineman here. The ball's loose.
There we go.
Brown going to jump back on it and get it and make it a 3rd and long. And I think we're slowly starting to realize, or starting to remember as the game goes on. These are 8th graders playing football.
These are 8th graders. That's right. And it's maybe not as clean as they like or some of the coaches like. And so you got to find something that they could do well or that you can do well on offense to give yourself a chance. You don't have the entire playbook that you had, so. And then you have a short amount of time with this group, so.
Absolutely. 3rd and 8. It'll be Deering in the backfield alongside O.C. Brown. Brown will take the snap and drop back. He'll throw, and it'll be caught.
He caught it.
He caught it. He's going down the field.
And Boone won't catch it.
Kendarius Sampson, touchdown, Team Elite.
Great throw.
Brown threaded the needle. A great throw, like you said. Sampson broke free. I think it took him a second to realize he had space, and then he took off.
That's right. And look, the defensive back went for the pick and missed it, and it was a great catch and a great run after the catch.
We have points, finally, Coach D.
Points.
6-0, and assume they go for 2 because, you barely have punters in this game, and now you definitely don't have place kickers, so they will go for 2.
See if they can pick up the 2-point conversion right before going in for halftime.
And Sampson came into this game as a defensive back and playing a little bit of receiver. He had some catches earlier, but that time he was able to break free and get the big-time touchdown.
Big-time touchdown for his team.
O.C. Brown will run, and he'll get in. No problemo for O.C. Brown, who scores the touchdown and makes this an 8-0 game with 2:10 left to go in the first half.
So where is Sampson from actually?
See, that's the thing. I'm not sure. It's not listed on the roster.
See if we can put the research team on that to see if we can find out where Mr. Sampson is from.
See, I'll check the Magnolia Sports Association social media.
Find Time to zip it on up. Let's see how Team Future responds right here. You got 2 minutes and 10 seconds left to go before halftime. You'll have offensive possession. Maybe you have all 3 timeouts.
Yeah, they have to. They definitely have to respond here. We'll see who the.
And you know the ball probably is not going to be kicked too deep, so you may have a shot at some really good field position. Looking for the kicking team.
Some of these guys forgot they were on the kicking team, probably.
Hey, it's still middle school. And then at the same time, I don't think either side has a manager. So the coaches are trying to get the right people on the field. And we'll see another kid coming in.
I think some mamas mad. They're mad about their boys coming out of the game.
Mamas are mad and cold at the same time.
And that's the thing.
Not a good combination.
And they haven't been introduced to high school football yet. So imagine next year.
That's not a bad kick.
Not
a
at all.
bad kick.
Not at all. Sends it inside the 20 as that one's going to be returned by your guy, Boone. Boone cutting back up the field now, and Boone going to be hit hard and finally taken down.
That's good coverage.
Right
Good
at about
kickoff
the 28.
coverage.
Like you said, good kickoff coverage.
And, you know, he's playing both ways, you know, offense and defense. So I know after the game he's going to feel all of those reps.
Yeah, all over the field.
Special teams.
Kadarius Sampson is from Powell Middle.
Powell Middle School in Jackson, Mississippi, I believe. Okay.
So, took me a little bit to research that. That's why I've been a little quiet the past few minutes trying to find out because we want to give credit where credit's due.
Shout out to Powell Middle School and Mr. Sampson.
Yes. Looks like Brantley Rickard is warming up a little bit here on the sideline for Team Elite. Hopefully we'll see him in the second half.
Yeah, I wonder, you know, how deep each side is at each position. I'll try to run it right there.
His Dancy will pick up some nice yardage, and he'll be brought down by a host. Looks like Lawson Barrett and Riley Mangum, from Mize. And Lawson Barrett both in on that tackle.
Two off, two on. You see some substitutions on the elite side on defense.
There's the snap. McCarty lost it. Still on the ground, and it's going to be.
Scoopins.
Did he pick it up? Did they get it?
I think they got it back. Damian Kelly. Nope. Tylon Pittman. Nope. Damian Kelly. Isn't that Damian Kelly with the fumble recovery?
Yeah, Damian Kelly from Byron Middle. So, Coach, something for you to look forward to.
He was a special player this year for him. On defense, just as he's showing in this game. We have another guy down. The quarterback is down. That's not a good sign. You know, when that ball is on the ground and guys are diving at the football and you're standing up, you know, that's not a good thing. Hopefully he will get up. He kind of took his eyes off the football on the snap. He was looking at the rush. And
yeah, he got hit hard. And 3 turnovers forced now for.
And I'm not sure who's the backup quarterback.
For this team, it'll be Stephen Mobley from N.R. Burger.
N.R. Burger.
Yeah.
Yeah, he may get a lot of reps here this second half if Mr. McCarty isn't able to There you go. He's up.
Yeah.
It's a
McCarty's
good job.
up, and he's by himself. He's limping.
It's a good job.
He's
good job.
he's on his own 2 feet, so on 1 foot for now. Looks like he's trying to work back that second one.
I know as a parent, it's, you hold your breath every time, you see your child go down.
Yeah.
These guys are still young. A lot of them are still growing. So we'll have a new quarterback in for elite team.
It's Brantley Rickard from Caledonia. We'll check in. Caledonia High School coming off of not the greatest season
Right.
in history. Just had a tough year. Lost some players, and Rickard will be stepping up for that Caledonia team next year.
Have a new backfield as well. Who's the guy at running back also?
It's to be 5 as he'll be swarmed almost immediately. The new running back in the game will be Richard Albert from Warren Central. Also plays defensive back in this game.
And you talk about Warren Central. They're going to play in the state championship for the first time in a number of years. I know they're really excited. They're coming off a thrilling win, 45-42 over Ridgeland High School in the North Half Championship.
Yeah, the Morgan family will be showing out
The Morgan
in
family.
Starkville.
There you go.
Coach Morgan at West Point as well. And quarterback Nash Morgan will be leading Warren Central.
It's a family affair.
As Rickard will run out to his right, he'll throw up a prayer, and it'll be caught. Mike Davis from Warren Central brings it in.
Yeah, that may be the last play. Maybe they'll call a timeout and try to run another play. But that may be. Yep, he's going to call a timeout.
You got to call a timeout here. You don't leave it in the at half.
Nope.
You take a shot here. You say a prayer when it's in the air, and you try to score a touchdown and make this a 2-possession game.
And just maybe you have some type of gadget or trick play that you've been holding on to you could bring out right here.
Absolutely. I remember seeing some trick plays in this game a few years ago. It's some of these guys, when you get mixed up in the positions of Allstar games, some of these guys play multiple positions. Like I remember a few years ago, I think it was the first 10th grade All-Star game me and Tim Lowe called. Quarterback or at the time he was a wide receiver because some coaching decisions had him moved to wide receiver at the end of the season. But Kendatron Backstrom from Kemper County was playing wide receiver in that game, and they threw him a pass to the right side, and he threw a touchdown pass from the wide receiver slot. Of course, Backstrom ended up getting his quarterback spot back and played in the Bernard Blackwell game
last year. He was our quarterback last year. And Zadarius Hart from at the time he was at St. Joe, but he came in as a receiver, but he had a huge game at corner, so.
But Backstrom now playing defensive back at East Mississippi Community College. As Rickard will drop back. He'll throw a ball to the end zone. Did he catch it? Flag thrown. I think that ball was caught. Kendarius Sampson, touchdown number 2 with the flag.
What a catch. I think it hit the turf, but, hey, the official said touchdown. It was a great catch in coverage. And,
wow.
Hey, that's a great play by Mr. Sampson.
Kendarius Sampson wanting that Himothy Award. He's showing
He's making a case for it, too.
It's gracious. They're like, hey, guys, y'all got to go for 2. Come on. Get back on the field, guys. Wow. Sampson with his second touchdown of the game. 1 from Rickard and 1 from O.C. Brown.
And see, that's the thing, with young defensive backs, we try to tell our guys, don't panic when the ball is in the air. Make a play on the ball. I think he misjudged where the football was, and Sampson had it locked into his sight. So it was a great catch.
It'll be Deering to the left side. There's a flag thrown. See what they called.
Not sure what the penalty. Too many men on the field. Illegal substitution.
So Rickard will take the snap. He'll give it to Deering.
They'll
Deering
let the
trying to
runner-
fight for yards. Deering is going to be hit hard and tackled, and that'll end the half.
Tackle made by number 1.
See who that is for.
Who is number 1?
We'll find it eventually. Kelvin
Kevin
Robinson.
Robinson.
Yeah, Kelvin
Northwest
Robinson
Rankin.
Jr. from Northwest Rankin. So that'll end the first half of action here in your Magnolia Sports Association Future Elite 8th grade All-Star game. Coach Thig, your thoughts on the first half?
Hey, we got some points on the board. Both teams kind of struggle offensively, finding a rhythm. But Team Elite made a few plays, made 2 more plays at least than Team Future, and that's the difference in the football game. The quarterbacks were out there trying to extend plays and extend the drives, and I thought they made really good decisions, given the opportunity that they had on the field. So hopefully the second half you'll see more scoring, and these kids will really enjoy this opportunity.
Absolutely. It's been a fun game so far. About 20 minutes or so, we will return with more coverage of the Magnolia Sports Association Future Elite 8th grade All-Star game.
saw that. It's like the
Oh, believe me, that was the last thing I got to do even be up here. See my phone in. Man, I want to see, bro. I'm ready to go home. is hoping to complete a historic six-season run with this year's team by leading Ole Miss through the playoffs, capitalizing on the team's incredible success and their commitment to finish strong and investing everything in the playoff run with the guardrails in my place to protect the program in any areas of concern. My, my, protect, my request to do so was denied by Keith Carter despite the request. We didn't get started.
He's trying to play victim.
Yeah, he paid over that money.
Here we go. We're going to come back.
And we're back with coverage of the Magnolia Sports Association Future Elite 8th grade All-Star game. To start the second half, Robbie Atkinson back in the color commentator chair. Robbie?
Yeah, it was warm over there next door. Now it's cold over here. Good Lord.
Might have to shut this window in front of us. Now, Robbie, you got to see the game in the second quarter. What were your thoughts there in the second quarter with how these two teams played?
I tell you what, that pass toward the end of the second quarter, I mean, that was something else there to get on the board here. That was a lot of momentum going into the warm locker room. Tell you what, that's a pretty good kick down the field right there.
Yeah, Broom picked it up, and he is hit with the boom.
But no, that touchdown there toward the end of the second quarter, I mean, what was it, like 5 or 6 seconds left on the clock? And
Time expired.
I mean, threw it right down there to the edge of the goal line. Horn goes off on the clock there and just gave them a lot of momentum. And, you know, they really should have had 2 points. You know, they had the 12 men on the field penalty that backed them up. They kept it on the ground. So, really, in reality, you feel like you left 2 points on the field, but still you got a 2-possession lead right here.
Yeah. Sampson with 2 touchdowns in the first half. One of them was the diving catch there at the end. The other one, he kind of caught the ball in open field, stopped for a second, realized he had open field, and then scored.
It's a big opening drive here for the future team here. You know, they don't have any points on the board yet, so really got to get something going here.
That was given to Dancy. Dancy's tripped up for just a few yards. Dancy, the 8th grader out of Big Louisville, as some would say.
Big Louisville. Yeah, shoestring tackle right there. Pretty good burst of speed there right out of the backfield. Looks like they're going to give him, looks to be about 5 yards in the play up to the 16-yard line. Looks like we're going to have a change defensively here for the white team here. Be Team Elite. Looks like number 0 is going to check into the contest now. That's going to be, is that Deering coming in? Of course, I have to remember we got 2 zeros out there.
Yeah.
So.
As Dancy is going to be hit hard and tackled. Dancy trying to join a long list of Louisville running backs who have been successful in the past few years. Zayden Jernigan, not sure exactly if he's playing in the 10th grade All-Star game or not, but I know he was originally on the roster. But Louisville just recently dropping a decision to Kosciuszko to be eliminated in the 4A playoffs. Kosciuszko led by quarterback Caden Wade, who we got to see last year in the 10th grade All-Star game.
I know traditionally a lot of people would look at that as a pretty big upset because Louisville's been such a staple for so many years. Big third down coming up right here.
He's calling for a receiver to go downfield. That one's tipped up in the air and intercepted.
Oh!
Intercepted by Team Elite. The 4th turnover forced by Team Elite is, I think that was Tylen Pittman.
I think it was. And the thing about it is, you know, the old tip play, you know, the tip drill hit right off of those 2 defenders. I know he was trying to squeeze it into that tight window right there, but you know as well as I do when it's a tip play like that, the safety is going to take full advantage of it. And, boy, he was on the back end of that play. And, wow, you could potentially go up by 3 scores here. You got to capitalize here if you're Team Elite here.
4 turnovers forced. Wow. And Byram coming up. Byram Middle's been big in this game defensively. I know Coach Dick Penn is looking forward to that.
Absolutely.
It's Pickard running out to his left side now. Pickard will be knocked out of bounds.
Didn't think he was going to get a whole lot on that play, but like we said earlier, you know, these elite players, you know, make some great plays. And I tell you what, every athlete on this field, I tell you what, these quarterbacks have done a great job of improvising most of the day. And like I said, I wouldn't say this drive could put the game away, but, man, 3-score game right now is pretty big.
Yeah, especially, you know, I hate to keep saying this, and I'm not saying it in like a degrading way, but especially when they're 8th graders. And they just don't really have the mental game to come back from 3 scores all the time. That one's Rickard will give that one to his running back, Deering Jr.
Of course, I was sitting next door when my guy, Jabraylon Boone, made that big play earlier. I think he's going to grab some hardware here at the end of the day, I think. At least that's been the bright spot for Team Future on that side of the football. So.
And I'll say, Robbie, you said something about him being defensive player of the game. I honestly don't agree. He's going to get the Himothy Award.
Yeah, I mean, heck, give them both. Yeah. I know we try to split these things up, but I think he's got a case to win both. So.
Now, I'm not sure if this year the Himothy Award has to go to the winning team or not. I'm not sure if there's a rule on that this year or not. As Rickard will roll out, he's pointing to a receiver to go to the back corner. That one's going to be intercepted. Guess who?
Is that my guy?
That's your guy, Jabraylon Broom.
You may just go ahead and escort the award down to the field and just hand it to him right now.
It's his. It's his.
I mean, that's your defensive player of the game right now. I mean, he's got such good awareness, if you notice right there. I mean, I know that ball was thrown pretty much to him. He just he's got that instinct about him where he flies to the football. He's just a ball hawk.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all he is. And, we were talking about maybe a 3-score game coming up. Well, that keeps them within that 2-score window. But, boy, they've got to move the football right here.
They have to go make this a 1-score game soon.
They knocked him out of bounds, looks like back near, the 11 or 12-yard line. So, I mean, you're deep on this end of the field. I know you want to run the football and try to loosen things up like we said earlier, but the Blue Squad, Team Future, just hasn't been able to move the ball at all.
It's moving up the field now, and still on the ground is the running back, number 0. Double 0 for this team is Cameron Crockett from Blackburn, also playing a little bit of defensive back.
And the thing about it is Crockett should have been stopped in the backfield. Somebody laid a hat on him, but I tell you what, he kept the legs going, kept churning down the field, was able to get enough of an edge over there. So what probably should have been, Cooper, I'd say at least a 2 or 3 yard loss. I mean, it turns into about a 4-yard gain. Yeah. So, but still, they're committed to the run. I would expect maybe a play-action play coming up here soon, maybe.
They will give that one. I think it's Crockett again, and he'll be brought down close to a first down. Not moving the chains yet. Now they are. Well, they're not moving the chains yet.
And we got an injured player down here just across the 20-yard line. Can't quite see. It's a red helmet. Is that one of the – I think that's one of the big linemen right there.
They're bringing the card out, so we'll step aside once again, and we'll return with coverage of the Magnolia Sports Association Future Elite 8th grade All-Star game. And we are back after the injured player is being helped off the field. He was able to get up. So we return to action, and it'll be first down. They did get the first, so a new reset of downs, 2 receivers to each side. Same quarterback still in the game. It's McCarty back in the game now, and he will lose a lot of yards and fall backwards.
I tell you one thing about that play right there. I know a lot of people watching probably think, oh, he jumped into the neutral zone on the snap. I think he just timed the snap up perfectly.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, timed the snap up perfectly, and the offensive line didn't get a good jump right there. And once again, Team Future is behind schedule here. And I talked about a 3-score game may be tough to come back from. Right now, the way this thing has been going offensively for Team Future, I mean, 2 scores looks like a pretty big hill right now.
And the thing is you just got to get, lucky plays. You have to take advantage of your opportunities. That's what Team Future has to do.
Well, it looks like he's going to roll down here, flag down. That's probably coming back on a hold here on the edge, I would think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think as the block was trying to happen here by the left tackle right here, I think he got a little bit of a jersey. I think he got up into the chest guard right there and got right up into that area. So, but my thing about it is they've got 3rd down on the marker over there. So did not get the first down. I say decline that and just take the play. Well, they're going to replay it. They're going to replay it. So 2nd down, actually. So they had the wrong down marker, so it would be 2nd down there.
You know, I always see those soccer lines, and I always think, okay, the line of scrimmage, because it's the black line.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, wait, no, that's the soccer line.
It is hard to tell. You know, you got the lines for soccer on each end of the field, and you got the big circle around the East Central logo here in the middle for soccer.
Because over at East Mississippi, they have gray lines on the field, so it doesn't show as much. He lost the football, it seems, right there at the 5, and he'll just go to the ground himself to recover the football.
So like I said, when I got here earlier this morning, I mean, the field, I mean, we are playing on the field turf here, Cooper, but, it is still slick.
Yeah.
I mean, it is still going to be slick, so you can definitely tell that's playing a factor on this drive right here. Man, this has been you get the interception, and now it's 3rd down and a mile right here. Just Team Future just cannot get anything going on this side of the football. Looks like we got a whistle. Looks like it's going to be a timeout here for Team Future there.
So they're going to call a timeout. Take some time to talk some things over. We'll step aside as well, and we'll return with coverage of the Magnolia Sports Association Future Elite 8th grade All-Star game. And we are back as it is 3rd down and a mile for Team Future. Robbie, they got a lot of work to do here.
3rd down in Union coming up because they're going that direction. Yeah, I would say just run a draw play, get what you can here. But look, they're going to throw it from the end zone, or try to.
And going up for it, and Broom nearly brings it down. Fighting for him there in coverage was, I think that was number 19, Tylen Pittman, who had the interception earlier.
Yeah, Pittman's been all over the field today. He may have an argument to maybe be on the award watch list here for today.
Pittman and Broom going up there together, both Byram guys.
Yeah, that's pretty cool to see that. We've seen that in the past where, hey, I got an interception on you or a pass breakup in the All-Star, and they'll talk about it all during the holiday break.
Especially because when they're that young, they'll talk about it. They'll
probably talk about when they're seniors probably. Hey, you remember back in 2025 at East Central whenever I got that pass breakup on you? Yeah. Well, this is going to be the fun part here, Cooper, is punting from the end zone.
Yeah. Ethan McGowan will punt from the end zone. No, it's a fake punt.
We got whistles, though. Everybody stops, and there's a flag back here at the the back judge threw it here at the 35-yard line. He's taken off down this far sideline.
Because it's a 12 men on the field flag. It shouldn't have. If it is for 12 men on the field, then it shouldn't stop the play.
Yeah, the flag is sitting back here at the 35-yard line, and that was the call, 12 men on the field. I was about to say, if the team receiving the punt had 12 men, then the play should have not stopped like that.
Yeah, that's –
unless a timeout was called. Because the teams are back there huddling on each side of the field. I didn't see a signal for a timeout, but I'm kind of like you. The play should have rolled on. That's kind of like whenever you have a player jump into the neutral zone, you always say, oh, they get a free play on that, but I don't think I've ever seen that on a fake punt. Yeah. And then everything just kind of stopped.
Because, that's a touchdown.
Oh, yeah. There's nobody around him. So, man, what a time to run a fake punt, though. Why not? Why not?
It's an all-star game.
Well, you're trying to get anything going, momentum-wise in your corner because it's been obviously no points. You've had a few flashes of quarterback runs in the ball game, but like I said, that was just odd. Everybody just stopped. And the only player going was the player down the far sideline running with the football. So,
and if you score that, the momentum's yours.
Oh, sure, absolutely. You're only down by one score.
You know what? Do it again. Do it again.
Would they actually do it again? That's the question.
Do it again, Ethan McGowan. Is that a punt returner or a safety?
Yeah. He bounced that ball in the snap. They are going to kick it here. That would have been worse right there if somebody would have touched the football right there. We got pushing and shoving.
You can't do that, Ethan.
I think some of the guys are trying to have fun right there, and one of them took exception to it. Yeah. So it was like earlier when they tried to wave it back, about a yard or two. So I think for team future right now, they've got to have an interception or some kind of a turnover go their way. They just have to have a spark. I thought that fake punt would obviously been the spark, but the penalty kind of saved the day, I guess you would say.
Yeah.
Always got to see where's my guy at right here. Where's Boone, defender? He's down here on the near side. I kind of line him up against everybody good on good.
As Rickard will take the snap and give it to Deering. Deering Jr., not much there. He might have even lost a yard.
I tell you what, both these defensive lines here today, I know we sound like a broken record. Defense is always going to be the big showcasing these younger guys. But I tell you what, both these defensive lines have been pretty darn impressive. So a lot of big kids on these defensive lines too. I always go back to the kid from Neshoba Central on that side of the football. That big 6'3", 300-plus pounder that's down there. That's Fortenberry. That's an 8th grader, folks. I would say he's going to be a fan favorite there for the Rockets down the road.
Rickard will take the snap. No O.C. Brown back in the game.
Yeah, I think it may have been a false start here on the near side of the line. Because if you notice right there, it looks like the defensive end, one of the linebackers were kind of stunning there together. And when they did that, that caused the right tackle to move. So, in a way, that kind of created the penalty right there. So, 2nd down and long. Anything to gain somewhat of an advantage. I'd like to see him get a little creative here, maybe a little end around here. I know we've seen a few creative plays, but maybe a reverse or flea flicker or something to –
something cool.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see a good highlight reel here on Bingo Media today.
It's going to be an empty backfield for O.C. Brown. Brown's going to drop back. Now he's going to be chased. He's going to run. He's going to get to the 40-yard line and go out of bounds. No, he doesn't go out of bounds. Brown fakes going out of bounds.
Wow.
And is knocked down inside the 15-yard line.
I thought he was going to step out, and he just took that one step back toward the inside. He took off.
Wow. O.C. Brown with the juice. They're going to say he stepped out, aren't they?
They're going to mark it back. The
Oh.
official here on the near side is marking it back.
Wow.
No, there's a penalty flag down
Oh,
here at
I
the
see it now.
39.
One of the coaches was blocking it. Goodness gracious. What's the call?
Was there a hold or maybe a block in the back down the field potentially? That's the only thing I can think is maybe a block in the back down the field on the run. It is going to go. Wow, that race is an impressive highlight. Wow, that's tough.
O.C. Brown had a very nice run there, and he faked going out of bounds. You don't see many players.
You don't.
I mean, because he slowed down like he was, and then just boom.
I'm really thinking that was probably because the ball was spotted. The original line of scrimmage, I think, was down. I think that may have been a block in the back down the field. That's the only penalty I can tell because they did not signal what penalty it was going to be. So we got another timeout on the field here. Officials are out there huddled up, kind of jumping up and down to stay warm. So I know you went down to the concession stand earlier. Everybody says the wind is kind of whipping out there right now. I didn't leave. I stayed in my little warm spot over here. So
I'm going to say, it's not that cold.
Temperature right now is, that's just a weather app away. 45 degrees, and the feel is 41. So,
see, I'm one of those people. I think being cold is a mindset. Like, sometimes people are weak-minded.
I will say this. I would much rather it be like this than what it was back when we did the baseball and softball at Smith Wills. It was hot that day. We were up in that broadcast area outside, and I think I sweated through 5 shirts that day.
Wow.
Oof, that was a long day, but the equipment was even shutting down because it was overheating. So that shows you how hot it was back during the summer. So I'll take this cold any day of the week.
As Brown will take the snap in empty backfield, he's being chased again. He's going to go back towards the middle of the field now, break free from a tackler, and he will be knocked out of bounds in team future territory.
Well, he is a cheat code, isn't he? He just makes plays, and he's got great athleticism, folks. These are 8th graders out here doing this.
He's going to be one to watch in the next few years.
Oh, no doubt about it.
And that's the thing, in these games, like with the style of football that's played in these games, it doesn't give you a chance to really see a guy and be like, oh, this guy is that guy.
Well, I like it. The reason I love these All-Star games here with MSA is because we get to see players we usually don't get to see on Friday nights. Yeah. Because either you're with one particular school and you're broadcasting that game and you're in one particular league. I love to see all the talent from around the state of Mississippi.
There's a snap to Rickard, who's now in the game. Rickard will dump that one off. It's going to be caught and then hit immediately.
And we got a penalty marker on the other side of the field close to the line of scrimmage as well.
That's Nick Hawkins from – no, excuse me. It's for a number 9 on this roster.
Yeah,
it's Amir Jimerson.
Yeah, it was false start on Team Elite too. Yeah, the penalty flag dropped immediately on that far sideline. So, if I'm Team Future – I would just, they're going to decline the penalty and go to 4th down. So, because, what did they gain? Maybe a yard or 2 at most on that play.
Yeah. Jimerson, 5 foot, 105. He's a small guy.
Yeah. Well, look at this punter coming out here that's familiar.
Yeah. Lawson Barrett punted earlier. Had a fumble recovery in the second quarter.
Now, would they dare fake a punt with him?
We'll have to see about that.
Oh, it's blocked. But the thing about it is that's breaking a rule right there. You're not supposed to rush. Now, there is a flag down.
Yeah, you can't.
On the other side of the field here. Like I said, the rule is you cannot rush the punter. The punt was blocked and returned for a touchdown, but obviously this is going to come back because that's one of those administrative rules in an all-star game you can't break.
Yeah. It's –
yeah, it was the easiest block punt ever.
Because the punter knows that you can't – the punter knows he can't be rushing.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I'm just going to punt this football away. Oh, wait, there's a guy right here out of nowhere.
So the ball will come back here. And, of course, I know a lot of folks are confused down here in the stands, but like I said, that's just one of those rules that is built in. It's kind of more of a safety rule than anything else for the special teams guys. So they'll basically, I guess it'll just be a re-kick right here with 2 seconds left on a third quarter clock here.
And it's also like with these eighth graders, they're not really used to long snapping, so they don't snap it as long as the normal punt would be snapped. So that makes the block a lot easier.
Sure. No rush that time as the buzzer sounds there.
A nice punt there by Bear. Does that one go to the 12-yard line? Oh, what a block. Oh, my goodness.
Well, flag's going to come in, too. He's still not down.
Ball's loose.
Well, there's a lot to sort out on this play.
Yeah.
You got a flag down. You've got a ball that came loose. And
Is that a shoe over there?
Yeah, shoe came off. Somebody's lunch money fell out of their back pocket maybe. I don't know. There's a lot of things going on down there.
As Broom returned that. Man, did you see that block?
Yeah, the block was great, and I tell you what, Boone made about 2 cuts right there. So when all is said and done, I think the football's going to stay here with Team Future, I believe.
We think.
We think, yeah. And I think they're going to have to swap into the field because there's no time left on the third quarter clock. So
a lot to unpack here, Robbie.
Absolutely. Well, I'm going to toss it back over here to Coach Thigpen. He's right behind me somewhere. I think he's getting warmed up too. I think he found the pot of coffee, I think. Oh, they just made the announcement for the last call for the concession stand.
Closing down soon.
I don't think it doesn't look like they're going to swap into the field here. I guess they're going to play on here.
Interesting.
So, yeah, because this is going to start the fourth quarter right here.
New quarterback in the game, the guy from NR Burger, and that one will be nearly intercepted.
Oh, wow. Yeah, 2 guys right there on the ball.
Yeah, Stephen Mobley, the new quarterback in the game, out of NR Burger for Team Future, and that ball was nearly taken away. So Robbie's going to step aside, and I think Coach Thigpen is going to rejoin us here. We'll check with Robbie real quick. All right, so Coach Thigpen, you got to watch a little bit of the third quarter, and
that's right.
Now join us back here in the fourth. Still a 2-score game.
I tell you, it's
the ball's out.
Get real sloppy down there.
Yeah.
It's cold out there.
Yeah.
It's wet and it's raining. Mobley fumbled a snap, and not a good situation to be in.
Yeah, looks like that one was picked up by, I think Mike Davis got that one.
Okay. Mike Davis. Okay.
So Davis gets the fumble recovery, and it's hard to give a defensive player a game to this team Elite because they forced a lot of turnovers.
They have, and several players have made big plays on the defensive side, and so I guess we have 11 minutes and 30 seconds to figure out who that person will be.
Yeah.
Is this O.C. Brown?
Yeah. O.C. Brown back in the game at quarterback. Taking a while to get the ball snapped. Not sure what the holdup is. And there's going to be a flag. I say 12 men on the field, I believe. So 12 men on the field will be the flag. So 5-yard penalty. O.C. Brown now set to take the snap again. He's got Deering to his left side. Brown will take the snap. He'll give it to Deering. Deering trying to fight for extra yards. He is barreling through defenders, and he'll pick up a few.
Not a bad cut by him on that run. Shoe came off.
Yeah.
No, it's back plate. Okay.
His Major Drip Athletics providing some back plates for some of those players last night. Lawson Barrett, the linebacker, said was because I was at my house. He's like, "You got a flat head? I need to put this back plate on." There's going to be a snap to O.C. Brown. He'll give it to Deering. Deering has space, but he's hit hard. That hole closed.
First down. Okay. So we get a little run game going and move the chains, and hopefully now you got to score. You got to find a way to score right here.
That's all you can ask for from your team. Move the chains in this situation.
In this situation, the ball is wet. Throwing the football is not – the conditions don't just say, hey, let's just throw the football, but hopefully you'll be able to run it in.
Maybe a run with Brown here.
Quarterback, there you go. Not bad defensively.
Yeah. I mean, they closed every hole that was possible there for Brown. Brown tried to find one, and they closed it down.
They did, and
so they're right there at the 6, 2nd and goal. See what they decide to go with here. Maybe they run it again with Brown.
Do they have a jumbo package? Nope. Still in 4 wide. And
O.C. Brown trying to run, trying to create some space. They're pushing him, but he's not going to get there.
Got to be able to find some push. You got 2 more downs, right?
Yeah, it's 3rd down.
Yep, 3rd down. From the, looks like the 4-yard line.
Something like that. Yeah, the 4.
Okay. And then you got to keep in mind, too, how much offensively were the staffs able to put in such a short amount of time,
course.
So maybe that's why we're seeing a watered-down version of the offense.
Yeah.
Hopefully they can get this ball off before time run out.
So Brown will roll out. He'll jump past, and it'll be incomplete.
They rushed right there.
Yeah. Not sure why. They were running the clock there a little bit. They were trying to get everybody out of here, so we had a delayed start time. But I think they're going to call a timeout. Or no, they're just bringing the quarterback over, bringing a few players over to talk.
You want to get this call, this decision, this play right, so.
Expect O.C. Brown to run the football here is my best guess.
Yeah, you maybe give the quarterback a run pass option. Nope, they're just going to run it with him, and he scores.
O.C. Brown into the end zone for a touchdown. He's got a passing touchdown and a rushing touchdown this game to go along with a 2-point conversion, and now a 20-0 lead for Team Elite.
That's right, and his, a little backstory on him. His dad is the head football coach at Wilkinson County down in Woodville, Mississippi. So, he comes from a football family, and, he showed his poise. He, like you said, he threw 2 touchdowns and have a rushing touchdown. Well, at least one. He threw one and had a rushing touchdown right here. So, the future is bright for him.
Also had a 2-point conversion, so he's been all over the field, possibly the offensive MVP for this team. That'd be my best guess.
Yep.
He'll be in the backfield again with Deering to his right side for this 2-point conversion, trying to make it 22-0.
Oh.
He'll bobble the snap, and he'll go down.
Yeah, he didn't have a shot right there. A little bad snap. But, again, I said that ball's wet, and
so now getting ready for the kickoff. As we prepare for the kickoff, we'll take a short break and we'll return with more coverage of Magnolia Sports Association future elite 8th grade All-Star game.
I did Leaf Academy. Yeah, I might be doing it next year. Not sure what I'm going to do.
Where you in school at now? East Central.
So I'm online at Mississippi State.
So that gives you a little flexibility. Huh?
Yeah, because I'm a youth pastor. Because I moved down to Clarkville, and I'm a youth pastor now. So, yeah, a little flexibility in the fall. I'll find out what I'll be doing soon. I guess I know I'm getting married in the fall. So.
Oh man, congratulations.
Oh yeah. See how much Tylenol I need in.
Well, hey, nothing should change but the paperwork, man.
Oh yeah.
It's Gavin Mitchell here on the return. He may have a chance.
Mitchell cutting
Oh,
upfield.
wow.
And
It's a great return.
yeah, Mitchell with a nice return there. Thanks, Coach Stig, for the call there.
Wow.
So, a little bit of room to work with. I mean, they're starting in opponent territory for just the second time this game, and you have to take the opportunity here. You can't let this slip. You just got to go out there and make some plays. I mean, it's
Yeah, you know, your message to the team now, hey, listen. Yes, the ball may be wet. Yes, it may be a little cold, but guess what? The other side is playing with the same football in the same conditions. You got to go out and find a way to execute.
there's the snap. It's McCarty back in, and that ball will be dropped.
And Gavin dropped that one. Nice ball right there in his hands. I know he wish he would have had it back, but you know, and maybe that's something they have to do on the future team is get the ball out quick because that pass rush was coming.
Yeah. Barrett with the pass breakup there. It's Dancy. And Dancy and McCarty going back to talk to their coach. Get a play call, see what they want to do here. $7:14 left to go in this game. 2nd and 10 for McCarty. There's the snap. McCarty drops back, looking for a receiver. He'll dump that off to Dancy, and he will slip and fall. The pass goes incomplete.
I like the play call there. Quarterback got to have a better throw. And I don't know. You know, they had 2 defenders on it, so. But again, I think they got to get that ball out of his hands quick.
Yeah, I mean, it was read well by the defense.
It sure was.
They gave him a lot of time to read it, too. That's the thing. 3rd and 10. Snap to McCarty, and they looks like they were going for the same play to the other side, but McCarty will dump that one off. That one will be nearly intercepted, and it falls incomplete. 3 straight incompletions for this future team.
They got to keep playing. You know, they got really good field position, but they got to find a way to pick up the first down right here on 4th down. You had 3 passes that went for incompletion, so now, you know, you got to make sure you execute whatever's called right here the best way you can. You need a completion for a first down.
Big time play here. I mean, you got to have it here if you're team future. The snap to McCarty. He's looking for a receiver. The pocket's collapsing. He's trying to run. He will get the first down.
Got it.
Cedric McCarty with a nice 4th down run to get the first.
Now you got to come back hopefully with a run or a draw play or a screen play. If you have that, you know. You may not have it offensively for this game, but I do like the running back they have back there from Louisville.
Yeah. And, I mean, honestly, your impact players who have been the impact guys defensively are on the right side, man. Draw it up and have a draw to the left here, the run. They do go to the right with Dancy. Dancy will get about 6 or 7 yards.
That's not a bad option.
Oh.
Just kind of you want to speed it up a little here. You know, you're down 3 scores. So we have a player down.
It looks like there's going to be a timeout, so we'll step aside We'll step aside as well, and we'll be right back with more coverage at the Magnolia Sports Association Future Elite 8th Grade All-Star Game. Hey, hear me out. I think broom for Himothy. I think broom for Himothy.
Boom, boom.
Broom.
I said for him at the TD. He don't score. He on TD. He scored 2 TD.
Were they that impressive with touchdowns?
That one catch was because that was
The first one in the
that was pass interference. He caught the ball one.
He sure did.
That's a big catch. Going to the ground, put your arm out. Yeah, boom gonna win the defense though. He looking for defenses for
I've already got defense and all.
Boom had like 3 big
we need defense for Team Elite. Who y'all got?
I mean, the whole team been really doing something. They have 4 turnovers as a team. Everybody's got 1 turnover force. Not everybody, but like.
Talking about on the white,
Yeah.
making them force the turnover.
I mean, because it's.
But we need one though, because I don't even know. Like you said, that everybody really about even.
We'll give us some more time. We might need more time. And we're back. There's going to be a drop back. There's a pass, and no, he'll run.
He's wide open. Oh, he missed him. He had the guy in the end zone.
As they're working on getting these player awards picked out. Is a lot of guys have showed out in this game. Defensively for Team Elite, I mean, it's been a lot of guys who have shown out.
And they've played a lot of defensive snaps, so they had an opportunity to make a lot of plays on defense. But I guess that's why it's a great for them that they could play both sides in a game like this.
And you got Tylen Pittman with interception. You also have
First down. That's right.
Yeah. Tylen Pittman with an interception. Domingo Deering Jr. had an interception. Lawson Barrett had a fumble recovery.
And I tell you one thing I know about Tylen Pittman is, very few teams. Well, they found out every game he played in, not to throw to his sideline. He had 2 or 3 pick sixes in his season with Byram this past year. There's another turnover. He got it back. He got it back.
Wow.
That ball is wet. That ball is wet.
Very.
Second down and long from the 24-yard line.
So second and is what Robbie said earlier, second and Union for
It's a long way.
I mean, got to go all the way across Newton County. They might be even getting close to Neshoba. As McCarty, speaking of Neshoba, the quarterback from Neshoba, that ball
Kelly
will go up in the air and it will be intercepted. And
Damian
guess
Kelly.
who?
So that's number 10 is
Kendarius Sampson.
from Powell. Is that right?
Yeah,
Powell Middle
Kendarius
School.
Sampson from Powell Middle School. Already has 2 touchdowns this game.
And has an interception to add to it. But you got to give, a big shout out to Damian Kelly, number 16 from Byron Middle School, with the pressure on the quarterback right there.
Team Elite defensive player.
Damian Kelly.
So Damian Kelly. There's a bunch of guys. I'd say Deering has a pick, Pittman has a pick, and Barrett has a fumble recovery or forced fumble.
All they have to do now is run the clock out here. They have a 20-0 lead with 3:20 left to go in the fourth, and they're going to keep it on the ground.
Yeah, they will. They're going to run this clock out. Just try to pick up first down after first down.
But I will say this, watching both sides, I think all the kids competed really well
Oh, yeah.
today. They played hard, and I know, there has to be a winner and there's a loser, but hopefully this was a good experience for them.
Absolutely. And, they'll go home talking about this and get to brag to their friends that they played in the All-Star game and that their friends didn't.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Like, hey, guess what I did this weekend and you didn't do? Is there's going to be.
And they'll pick up the first down.
Yeah. Is Team Elite just, a dominating performance here today. As Rickard is in quarterback now. Looks like there's going to be a timeout called, so we'll take a timeout as well, and we'll return. More coverage of the Magnolia Sports Association Future Elite 8th grade All-Star Game. Should we announce their awards or wait till they do it on the field? What do you think?
It's a strip question, man.
I got you.
Here we go. Coming back. 3, 2.
And we are back. More coverage of Magnolia Sports Association Future Elite 8th grade All-Star Game here at Bailey Stadium in Decatur. Cooper Sanders alongside Coach Chris Thigpen from Terry High School. As that was going to be given to, goodness gracious, they flipped him up in the air.
Well, hopefully they don't have to snap it too many more times if you're the Team Elite. It's kind of funny, you get the ball with 3:20 left. They know you're going to run the ball, and you run it to pick up a first down. And so now you're just trying to keep that clock moving and, finish the game out.
Oh, yeah.
On offense.
Go there, get your awards, take your pictures, and get to the house.
Yeah, and we want everyone to be safe going back. It's not the most beautiful day.
Absolutely.
But a lot of these players drove from all over the state to get here. So it's a good representation of all the areas across the state.
Yeah. Got some Delta guys, got some Coast guys, got some
Pine Belt guys.
Yeah, Pine Belt, some
Metro
Jackson guys. North guys.
Yep.
Guys from all over. Minute 19 left on the clock. We'll keep it right here. I guess we can. Well, we'll wait. We'll let them tell you the. We'll let them tell you the awards because.
I think he went to the field.
As they are going to give out some awards, we will note, though, some players making some big time plays this game. 2 touchdowns this game for Sampson. Kendarius Sampson had 2 touchdowns, receiving touchdowns, one from each quarterback, one from O.C. Brown, who also had a rushing touchdown, and one from Brantley Rickard, the quarterback from Caledonia.
All the way up in northeast corner of the state, and then O.C. Brown from Port Gibson Middle School down in southwest Mississippi.
All over the state. So it will be Brantley Rickard at quarterback. 3rd and long. Looking at, here's the pass. Rickard will give the handoff a little misdirection and breaking free, but he'll be tackled. Looked like he had some space, but he's going to be brought down as Mike Davis is hit hard.
It was a great tackle by the linebacker, a running back from Louisville that's playing linebacker. Very physical play right there.
So 4th down. They will keep the offense on the field because, I mean,
Mr. Dancy from Louisville.
Why not keep the offense on the field? 30 seconds left in this ball game. There's the snap and the handoff to Mike Davis. Davis will not get the 1st down. So they're going to give the ball back to Team Future. About 20-something seconds left.
These kids still playing hard.
Yeah.
You know, that's what you want to see. You, of course, you don't want any extracurricular activities, you know, on the field, you know, after the whistle. But both sides competed really well today. And that's a testament to the kids. You know, that's why you're in a game like this, because, you know, you done something really, really good at your school this past season that stood out. So
absolutely. $20 seconds on the clock, and I mean they might can run 3 plays. I mean they called 2 timeouts, so not a lot of wiggle room.
Yeah, I tell you what, the quarterback for Team Future has really played a lot today.
Yeah.
He's played a lot. He's kind of limping out here on the field. He went down and he came back, so he's shown a lot of toughness.
Snap, the ball's out. That ball's kicked around.
Scoop it.
It will be scooped up.
Oh.
No, it's dropped. Still on the ground. Who's got it?
I think that's it.
Yeah, that'll be Team Elite gets it. Big time recovery.
Damian Kelly.
Yeah, Damian Kelly. And the clock will run out, and Team Elite will get the W here at Bailey Stadium in Decatur. Give it up for Team Elite. Give it up for Team Future as well. They came out there. They played hard. They just these guys, they've been together for a day.
That's
you
right.
really don't have the chemistry you want to have. Team Elite just had a little bit more chemistry. They are going to shake hands, and then we'll have our presentation of the awards. We'll have a defensive player of the game for both teams, and then a Himothy Award will go to the best overall player today.
Who would you say that is, Cooper?
One guy had 2 touchdowns receiving. That was Darius Sampson. And O.C. Brown also, though. He had a passing touchdown and a rushing touchdown.
Now, I'm a former quarterback myself, so I'm going to lean a little bit on the offensive side with the quarterback, O.C. Brown. You know, but if the other kid gets it, he's deserving as well.
Absolutely.
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe they'll have co-Himothy Awards, you know.
So some of those guys are leaving, forgetting that they have awards to get. Don't know, not sure why some of these guys are leaving the field. I don't understand, but Team Elite getting presented their belt.
That's a nice belt too.
And speaking of belt, you know, the new saying after the big dominant wins today, I mean, they brought out the belt today against Team Future.
That's right, 20-0. But it was still a real competitive game.
And they're going to present the offensive players of the game first. So Zaylin
Congratulations,
Dancy.
Mr. Dancy.
Dancy presented as the offensive player of the game for Team Future. Dancy, a lot to look forward to as he'll be joining the Louisville Wildcats next year for the varsity team. So O.C. Brown
There you go.
gets the offensive player of the game, so that might open up an answer to a future award question.
And I know his, his dad is excited.
Yeah. So Broom, your guy from Byram, will be the defensive player of the game for Team Future.
Yep. Congratulations to Braylon. He's a great player. Can play anywhere on the field. And when he's out there on the field, he's a difference maker.
Yeah. I know you'll be looking forward to that coming soon to Terry.
There you go. Tylen Pittman, another kid from Byron Middle. Just about every game he's played in, he's had an interception.
Yeah.
So he has a great knack for catching the football when he's on defense. There you go.
So Sampson will get the Himothy MVP award. Most valuable player of today's game. 2 touchdowns receiving.
From Powell Middle School.
Team Elite will get the belt. The championship belt. Paying homage to the wrestling championship belts. Looks like this one's going to be the Intercontinental Championship.
I think that's a cool idea, though.
Oh, yeah, I love it.
I like it. It's a little different. And
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for your attendance here today at Bailey Stadium. And, of course, go get warm. And big congratulations to our champions, Team Elite. Let's give a big round of applause.
congratulations, Team Elite.
So that'll conclude our All-Star festivities for the first day of our All-Star games. And we will be back here December 28th as we have our 10th grade All-Star game. And, of course, the Senior Bowl coming up. That'll be a double-header day. We enjoyed being here today. Coach Thig, your final thoughts on today's game.
Hey, it was a great opportunity for these young players to play. And our hearts and prayers go out to those guys that had the injuries. But congratulations to all the players that were selected and won an award. And I'm excited about the games to come in December.
Yes, it was a great day. It's going to be very interesting to see these guys on the next level, that level being high school football next year. They got a little taste of it today, facing off against the best 8th graders around the state. But it's a whole new level next year once you get in high school ball.
A whole new level, and that's the one thing they got to understand. They got to keep working. They got to continue to be coachable. They're going to another level. So, guys are bigger, faster, stronger, and they got to earn it. That's the great thing about football. You got to earn it every time you step on the field.
Of course. Now, after today, a big-time day. It was a fun day of football. We'd like to thank everyone who is involved. We'd like to thank all our officials who took part today. We'd like to thank our trainers from Ochsner to help us out today, our sponsors, Big Game Brand, Major Media, Code Sports Group, and Major Drip Athletics, and, of course, Bingo Media for making this live stream happen. His Bingo, Seneca Hampton, does a lot behind the scenes, and, of course, Hunter right next to us running the live stream, running the camera, making everything happen and just doing a great job with the production of this live stream. A lot of people to thank for this, but it's been a great day. Thank you, Coach Thig, for joining us on the live stream. Thank you to Robbie Atkinson, who joined us also. It's been a great day. And Cooper Sanders here with all the Magnolia Sports Association thanking you for